Wait. Yes! Yes! I'm alive! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I had so many issues. I had so many issues. Bro, I'm so sorry it took me this long to fucking actually go live. Oh my god. Sorry, it took me almost basically an hour trying to fix it. For some reason, when I first tried to go live, it said not working. I tried a couple times, not working. Then I tried to do like on Streamlabs, not working. Then I tried to do like on Rumble, wasn't working. So we're good now. Sorry, guys, I'm way late. Didn't realize that was gonna happen, but yeah, since I had issues, we're gonna be on. I'm gonna stay on till 2 o'clock. I am gonna stay on until around like 2 o'clock since I had some issues. With all that stuff. So, the plan, was to just cover all the midterm primaries that we're currently going on today. Then I was gonna look at like racks later. We are gonna do that. That's been going for like a couple hours. I was just chilling. For a second, I was gonna literally just give up. I was just literally at first just gonna like give up. But I finally managed. It finally managed to work. I was like, "Thank you." Oh my god! You know how fucking frustrated I was. I was so pissed, dude. So, all right, let's just get right into it. So there's been new stuff. Just make sure I'm actually good. All right, I'm good. God. So there's midterm stuff. Currently at the midterm primaries are currently going on. We'll just okay. It's not really even showing. Okay. So we're gonna get right into it. Okay. We're just gonna get right into it. Just right into the covering the midterm primaries. We're just gonna go find on YouTube. We're gonna go look it up. So yeah, we're gonna stay until like 2 o'clock. Sorry, I had issues. I'm happy that it's working now. So we're just gonna get right into it. I'm sorry, I'm way behind. Tonight on all this stuff. Let's just get right into this. So I'm gonna rewind this, alright? We're gonna just like
across Texas, people are waking up before the sun.
Probably what we're just gonna do is probably gonna like rewind this.
Not reported completely. Canton Township, Livonia, I still didn't see mail votes from them. So there's still a few places in Wayne there that we're missing a good amount of voting.
Yeah, no, and that Livonia is a important one, because I think that is a place, if you're Stevens and you're looking for a big number somewhere, that's useful, because if you're looking for that number, that's, I think, top of the list of where you're going to look in Wayne County, and you don't have that yet. What did Dearborn land at as the final result?
Let's see what I have here. 77-20 for El Sayed.
So El Sayed 77-20 in Dearborn, right? He got in the 18 primary, he got 64% right there. So yeah, built 13 points from what he got back then. Do you have Dearborn Heights by any chance?
Dearborn Heights was still missing mail when I last looked on their website, but let me take a look.
Okay, sorry, I'm just checking my own.
Get out now, as opposed to happening later. I think he's gonna be okay. It was very important for him. It was very important for the
yeah, okay. So yeah, we're just, we've reached the point here where we're waiting.
Currently at 87-12 without the mail vote.
and it was because it was closer there. He got 64 in Dearborn and 52 in Dearborn Heights, 75 in Hamtramck. This was 2018. Yeah, Canton, Plymouth. So it's I know it's slowed down here, kind of, folks, but I mean that's the reality. It's kind of blip by blip in Wayne County.
I was hungry.
And what I've told you from the big outstanding places.
We're just gonna go to the beginning of this. We're just going to the beginning.
A candidate resume like this before throughout this primary season, and those candidates have had a fair amount of success, some big high-profile victories for the insurgent left wing of the Democratic primary this primary season. We've been here as they've unfolded, but I think this, for that side of the party, would be the biggest feather in their cap yet. If they could win, if their candidate could win the nomination for a race like this in a state like this, because that's the difference. We've seen these insurgencies on the left succeed in deep blue areas. We saw Chris Rabb, in Philadelphia. We saw Mila Kiros in Denver. We saw the Los Angeles mayoral preliminary election, the Washington. These are places where the general election happens, but the Democrats are going to win. So there's not really a question of electability. Wow, is that a different story in Michigan? Remember, this is the state that Donald Trump won narrowly, but he did win it in 2024. It's a state he lost narrowly in 2020, and it's a state that he won in 2016. 2 out of 3 times Trump's been on the ballot here, he has won. Can a candidate like Abdul El Sayed, if he wins this primary tonight, win in a state that went for Trump 2 out of the last 3 times? Those are sort of the general election implications. Now, again, polls are going to be closing in Michigan. You can see the countdown clock right there.
Sorry, we're
like
going
New Year's
to
Eve, right?
begin.
10
This
minutes,
has been going on for
23
like 4
seconds
hours,
counting for the
and
polls to close. Now, if you've been watching, these happen in all different shapes and sizes when the polls close. There are states where the polls close, and then all of a sudden, wham, we got hundreds of thousands of votes. We got tens of thousands of votes. We got answers. Michigan, we may hit 8 o'clock, and this thing may look just like it looks right now, and it may look kind of like that for a while. This is a slow counting state. Now, we're always open to pleasant surprises here. Maybe tonight we'll find out that Michigan is kind of sped things up. They've learned some new things, implemented some new things. Who knows? But it's been a very slow state counting votes. That has been particularly true right here in Wayne County, where the city of Detroit is. This is the biggest single piece of the puzzle in the primary tonight. 20% of all the votes in Michigan tonight, roughly, are going to come out of Wayne County. Okay, when do we get results from Wayne County? In the 2024 Democratic presidential primary, it's statewide primary, 5 in the morning. In the 2024 general election, we got some, but we really didn't have most of them until 3 in the morning. So can we do a little bit better than that? So I think one thing to keep in mind as we start getting results from Michigan, Wayne is very, very significant here, but it may be the last piece of the puzzle to fill in. So we may be relying on stuff outside of Wayne in these, next few hours here to give us a sense of where this race is going. So let me give you a quick preview again before the polls close here, and we'll get to what else is happening at 8 o'clock too. Where else are we going to be looking? Well, I'll tell you right now, if past is prologue right here, this is where the action is going to be in the 8 o'clock hour if past is prologue. I'm talking about Oakland County. Oakland County, immediately north of Wayne. It is the second largest county in Michigan. I said 20% of the vote is going to come out of Wayne. How much is going to come out of Oakland? Probably, give or take, 16% of the vote. Statewide, that's going to come out of Oakland County. Okay, so you're talking about sort of the northern suburbs. There's some small cities in here as well. In Oakland County, it's grown a ton. There are some very wealthy areas right here. Oakland, in the last couple of elections, has given us big batches of votes in that 8 to 9 o'clock hour. Now, I can tell you, specifically, we're going to be hearing a lot about this tonight as the results come in. What we've gotten first from Oakland in recent elections is a gigantic batch of the vote by mail. Remember how they did? There's vote by mail, there's early voting, there's election day voting in Michigan. There's a lot, there's a ton that gets cast by some, not that much that gets cast. Gets cast early, and then there's a fair amount that comes same. There's a lot of vote by mail. And in Oakland, they have typically been reporting out a big, giant batch of that vote by mail pretty quickly after polls close. Now, why is that particularly significant? Because if you've been watching these, you remember we had seen big differences in how these different types of votes are breaking in each party's primary. On the Democratic side, the vote by mail, the stuff that's been coming in for weeks before the election, that typically has been more favorable to the establishment
So
candidates.
the outside
Candidate like
is way
Haley
to
Stevens, she's
the
got
top
Gretchen
county.
Whitmer's backing. She's got a lot of traditional establishment support in this campaign. Why is that? Part of that is demographic. A lot of that vote by mail that comes in early is from older voters. That is something we've seen, a divide in the polling in this primary and a divide that we've seen in primaries elsewhere, where the establishment candidate support tends to skew older. That sort of insurgent left support tends to skew younger. That younger vote typically comes late. It's folks we've seen in other states where they drop off their mail ballots on election day. In Michigan, it means probably they go to the polls on election day and they vote. Long way of saying, in Oakland and elsewhere tonight, I expect that where we get the vote by mail first, it's probably going to be the best number that Haley Stevens sees in that county all night. And then as the election day vote comes in, the picture would probably shift toward Al Sayed. So the Democratic side, you've got the vote by mail. We've been seeing races in America this November. This is going to be, kind of one of those bellwether. It tends to be better for candidates like Stevens, who are the establishment candidates. So if we're seeing, we have time. Polls have now closed in most of Michigan. Let me be clear. These 4 counties up here in the UP are actually technically they're officially Central Time Zone. Everything else is Eastern Time Zone. So we can now, what will happen here is for the next hour, if we get results from any Eastern Time Zone counties in Michigan, you'll see them pop up here. You will not see anything pop up in these 4 counties. They will not close for another hour. That also means that, hey, if a bunch of results came in the Eastern Time Zone and it was clear to me and to you and to everyone out there that one of these candidates was going to win this primary, our decision desk could not call. We will not call any race while there are still counties where the polls have not closed. So keep that in mind for the next hour here in Michigan. We are going to have the first of our News Now hits in 30 seconds. So we'll give you a quick read on how that works. And again, the minute we start getting, results here in the Senate election, we're also going to be, well, let me stop talking because we're going to it.
Jeez, Chris Scott talks a lot, dude. He just talks his ass out to shit. It's like, chill, dude. I rewinded this.
Results here in the Senate election. We're also going to be, well, let me stop talking because we're going to it.
Oh, shit. Just look at this.
College-educated female voters, single. I'm layering these different demographic categories on top of each other. That's where these left-wing candidacies have really taken root, and where there tends to have been resistance to them is places where the electorate skews older. It just becomes a more sort of moderate electorate, an electorate that's more friendly to a candidate like Stevens. So again, just based on Grand Rapids, the Grand Rapids area itself, especially when you're talking about Democratic voters in the Grand Rapids area, you are talking about something that's younger. There are a lot of newcomers coming in there. But again, that's an interesting, the fact that the vote by mail, some of this vote by mail, that we've seen demographically, that tends to be more used by older voters than younger voters. The fact that is coming up friendly for Sayed, it's a very interesting early sign.
And again, a very early sign, 9% in there, but real fast. Steve, remind us of the purple nature of Michigan here. Like this, take us back to Bernie versus Hillary. What is this state sometimes skew?
Yeah, I mean, we'll take a look. These are the last 3 presidential election results in Michigan. Okay, there's 24, there's 20, there's 2016, and this is 2 wins for Donald Trump. I'm sorry, this is Kent County. I needed to go to the statewide. You think, Gotti, after 6 months, I would know how to use this
No,
thing?
I was impressed that you were just pulling these out of thin air and the big board. Of course, you have all of these things at your fingertips. This is wild to just see you work here.
This is it. Look, Trump has won this 2 out of 3 times. Remember, before Trump came along, no Republican had won Michigan in a presidential election since 1988. Now he's done it 2 out of 3 times. And that really is part of the story here in this Senate primary, where the Stevens campaign, her supporters have been saying to Democrats, look, Al Sayed is too far to the left to win in a state that went for Donald Trump 2 out of 3 times. These left-wing candidacies have done really well in Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Denver, New York City, places like this. So the general election is going to be a cakewalk for any Democrat. Not so in Michigan, and this has been the pitch that Stevens has been making to voters. They're saying this is a risk if you nominate Al Sayed in a state like this. And national Democrats, some national Democrats, again, that establishment wing at least, have been saying, well, hey, winning the Senate for Democrats, if the Democrats are losing Michigan this fall, the math kind of becomes prohibitive on that.
Yeah, and not to put the big board to the test again, but we're already starting to see some results in Virginia, right? I'm not sure if you've got those up yet, but that's an interesting state because, I don't know, because AI, data centers seem to be creeping into politics in a very big way there, especially considering that Northern Virginia has the highest concentration of data centers in the country. You're a different kind of big data guy, I know, but what are the numbers there showing?
Yeah, I will jump. We did get one little county here. Part of it is Wexford County. This is small. This is rural. The reason I'm flagging this, even with just 10%, is, again, this part of Michigan here, sort of north of US 10, is just filled with largely very small, rural, older electorates, older blue-collar white electorates. The expectation here is that Stevens isn't just winning up here, but for a few places. She is cleaning up here. And at least in this initial batch, in one county up here, they're kind of close to even. So again, these are wow, we just got some Wayne County. What did we get in Wayne? Okay, I couldn't tell you much about it. We just got about Wayne is the biggest in the state. 20% of the votes going to count. This is like 300 votes. But boy, that's quite a tease to get Wayne. Again, we've got two small little pieces of clues here that we've gotten from Kent and that we've gotten from Wexford. But again, just those two small things we've seen so far are things that Al Sayed would want to see more than Stevens would want to see.
Got it. Any sizable votes coming in from places like Virginia right now?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You had asked about that, and I went. Okay, let's go over to Virginia because we do have a call. I want to show you this in the 2nd district here. 2nd district is around Virginia Beach here. This is the district. It's basically dead even in the presidential race. Now, this is interesting. Elaine Luria won this Democratic primary. That's no surprise. Elaine Luria is a former member of Congress. She was defeated for re-election by Republican Jen Kiggins. Kiggins unopposed for renomination in the 2nd district. So this is going to be a rematch. Two candidates who represented this district in Congress. And again, the backdrop, this is as dead even as they come. This is going to be one of the most closely watched congressional races in America this November. This is going to be, kind of one of those bellwether districts. We're talking about, are Democrats going to have a big night, win the House, win it by a big margin? Are Republicans going to actually have a chance of holding on to the House? This is going to be one of those districts this November. Again, it's right there in the Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach area. Big military presence, Navy presence down there. This is going to be one of those places we are looking to on election night as an early clue this November. So put that one in your heads. Virginia 2nd District, Kiggins versus Luria.
Got it. Steve Kornacki, we're going to be checking back with you throughout the night here. Can't wait to see you, Christian, and Holly. As the night goes on, thank you so much. And just over an hour ago.
All right. That was very nice of Gotti to put me into his show, and you got to see how that worked. That was fun, right? So let me get out of Virginia, and you see what the make sense of those guys? Like someone in an eye doctor's office. But let's go back to Michigan here and see if we've got anything new coming in. Adam, not that. Oh, sorry, I was looking at others. Do I even dare ask? Do we have any clue what kind of vote this was?
Yeah, so this is one precinct out of Wayne County. It's in Grosse Ile Township. One precinct that we got results for.
It's in Grosse Pointe. Where'd you say it was?
Grosse Ile.
Oh, okay. And it's one precinct of election day. I'm analyzing. Tiny bit of vote here.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it aside. For right now. I can tell you, going back to Grand Rapids, and we talked about it a little bit. We know that this is absentee vote, and we know that this is mostly contained inside the city of Grand Rapids. This is not all of Grand Rapids mail vote, but this is a partial report out from the mail vote. I think we had it at roughly about 16% based on our of the mail vote in our target.
16 or 6? What'd you say?
16.
16% of the mail vote in Kent
Of our
County.
expected mail vote in
We think we
Kent
just
County.
got from
Yeah.
the batch in Grand Rapids. So it's
Exactly.
Grand Rapids. So that's a little bit of a twist here. Again, in the absence of having 15 other things to zoom right in on, Grand Rapids
We just
within
got another update from Kent.
We did. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay.
So
What,
Elsa did
and
really
it was
well in
clearly
these, like, counties, like
basically the
Kent
same
County-
margin,
Kent
basically the
County.
same spread as before.
Oh, there's like
Yeah, it
a
looks like it's more mail.
That's
Yeah.
more vote by
Freaking
mail.
there.
That took us up now. I guess that's the question. Do we know, is that Grand Rapids mail, or are we now getting into the rest of the county?
Yeah, looking at the website, it looks like this is still more Grand Rapids mail, and this might be the bulk of the Grand Rapids mail. Just kind of looking around on the precinct map here.
Okay, so I think we've now got probably about a third of the vote by mail for the county in.
That sounds right. Yeah, let's see. Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, the possibility here, if you're Stevens, this is what you have to be hoping for. If you're just looking at Kent County already, you are hoping that when you set foot outside of Grand Rapids, it's a different world politically, and that vote by mail starts to look extremely, the remaining vote by mail starts to look extremely different, because we've seen this in primary after primary. This is the vote that's supposed to be the best for Stevens, and she's losing by more than 16 points right now, at least, again, from Grand Rapids here, this vote by mail.
This
She's
is
supposed to do the best with this. Then
This is from
when
like
they
a
start
couple hours.
adding
It's
in
from
the
like
election day
4
vote,
hours
that's when
ago,
the young
so-
vote, that's when that more, sort of leftward vote comes out, and that's where Al Sayed is supposed to sort of make his move. And instead, I mean, yeah, you're seeing numbers there. If you're Al Sayed's campaign, I think you are, again, it's one city in one county. You're not celebrating, but you're saying that's what you want to see. That's the start you want to see. If you're Stevens' campaign, it's quite the opposite of that. I'm trying to pull up here. I have some benchmarks that I had established, and of course, what have I done? I've gone and messed everything up here. If you'll bear with me. Right. So, I mean, I'll give you a sense of this. You're trying to think of what the best benchmarks were tonight. Use it from Stevens' standpoint, right? If Stevens going to win this election night, what does she need to be getting in a county like Kent County? So take a look at 3 recent, I say recent, it's the last 10 years, statewide elections in Kent County. Statewide Democratic primaries in Kent County. If you went back to 2016, Hillary Clinton, kind of the establishment candidate, got 37% in Kent County. Remember, she lost statewide. It was close, but Bernie Sanders did defeat her statewide. In the 2020 Democratic primary, now this was held under unusual COVID circumstances. Biden was starting to kind of become the inevitable, but it was 46% of the vote was what Joe Biden. You say Joe Biden was kind of the establishment candidate. Biden got 46% of the vote out of Kent. And then here's the interesting one. Back in 2018, Gretchen Whitmer got 44% of the vote here in her primary. Whitmer ran in 2018 against Al Sayed and one other candidate. Now, Whitmer won the primary statewide with 52% of the vote. Al Sayed was a distant second place, but the other candidate, which was Shri Tanadar, was also a candidate of the left. So there was one way of looking at that 2018 primary to say, hey, the progressive wing actually got 48% against the establishment, candidate of Whitmer, who got 52. So Whitmer getting 52 statewide, got 44 here. Okay, so I think one thing to say is, if you're Stevens, that's probably the floor for you, somewhere right around there in a county like Kent. You don't want to be doing worse than 44% in a county like Kent County. By the way, Kent County was one of the better ones for Al Sayed in that 2018 primary. He got about 40% of the vote here. It's about 44 to 40% in that Democratic primary. So, if you're Stevens, you want to at least be matching the 44 that Whitmer got out of her. There's a lot of demographic overlap likely between the appeal of these two candidacies. And this is a big one. So she's running at 39 right now with what's supposed to be the better type of vote for her in this county. Again, the thing that could change that, we get outside Grand Rapids, we get vote by mail from the rest of Kent County. Maybe the political complexion of it's very different, and Stevens is able to boost that number. But even if she does, in the remaining vote by mail in Kent County, what comes after that? The election day vote. And
Oh,
we'll
nice
see.
shit,
There's
so.
always room for the pattern to be broken. But what we've been seeing with this election day vote is it's been very friendly to candidates like Al Sayed. So Stevens through the vote by mail, if what we've seen in other primaries roughly holds up here, when you get the vote by mail counted in Kent County, she wants to be well over 44% with it to allow for, to give herself a pad for Al Sayed really having a big day on election day. And then that number for Stevens could come down and maybe land around 44%. That's a rough benchmark here for her, but I think mid 40s for her, in Kent County. She could probably what was going to come down, but that's significantly lower than Clinton got. Any of up and have a big night throughout the rest of the district. But if this is what's happening in the rest of the district, Lawrence has got to love what he's seeing right here. Back to the Senate race.
A little bit of McComb came in, not a lot.
Okay. You are right. A little bit came in. We got about 250 votes here, even less out of Macomb County.
It looks like that's coming from Roseville.
Okay. Macomb has been super slow in past primaries. Well, again, this doesn't mean they're going to be fast. Let me, while I have a minute, nothing in Missouri?
Nothing in Missouri 1 that we've been watching. I will say in Eaton County, since it's the one, and I think we just got some more Eaton as well.
Always like the Marshall guy wanted his primary to represent.
So we've been, I know you and I were talking a lot today about, the vote modes and the way these different votes might break. So we can check in a little bit here. Looking at the county results site, it's also a pretty broad-based precinct.
Than what he was able to win the county by in the primary in 2024. So that is initially, and what that basically takes us to, 30% of the vote. That's the early vote from St. Louis County. Gets us to about a sixth of the vote in now, district-wide. That's an awfully good start if you're Wesley Bell. That's an awfully good start. Now, obviously, it raises the question, since we know there is a county-city divide in these results, and Bush did much better on the city side. Looks, at least from this vantage point, well, it looks like Bell might be doing significantly better in St. Louis County than he did last time against Bush. Can Bush do significantly better in the city of St. Louis than she did last time against Bell? Also, again, we want to start to see what the election day vote looks like, because there have been some wide out first.
Yeah, let me see what's tabulated here in the system.
Okay, while you're doing that, let me set the scene in Wayne, because I said there was one place on the map that stood out as where Stevens might be able to improve dramatically over Whitmer, and it is right here in Wayne County. In the 2018 gubernatorial primary, Whitmer, I'm sorry, in the 2018 gubernatorial primary, Whitmer got 44% of the vote in Wayne County. Okay, that was considerably lower than how Hillary Clinton did in 2016. Clinton got 60% of the vote. Why did Clinton do so well and Whitmer so really? She struggled. This was one of her worst counties in the state in 2018. Clinton, if you remember that primary with Sanders, was doing extremely well with black voters. He was beating Sanders 90 to 10, things like this among black voters nationwide. This included Wayne County. Wayne County, biggest city by far, Detroit. Detroit is 3/4 black. Hillary Clinton won Detroit overwhelmingly in that 2016 primary. Now, in the 2018 primary, Gretchen Whitmer did not win Detroit. Neither did Abdul Al-Sayed. Sri Tanadar, the third candidate, who also ran to the left, who's now a congressman, who, by the way, we're going to check in on his race in a minute. He's got a serious Democratic primary challenge this year. He actually won. I think it was 38 to 36%. It was Tanadar 38, it was 36 Whitmer, and it was 26% for Al-Sayed. So when I say the opportunity exists for Stevens to improve on the 44% that Whitmer got out of the largest county in Michigan, it's right there. It's in Detroit, because the polls have shown that Stevens has been beating Al-Sayed by a very healthy margin among black voters. And it calls to mind potentially something akin to what you saw in that Clinton race in 2016. And if Stevens is able to win Detroit by a big margin, that number, that Whitmer number is a baseline. That's a way for her to move it up. That's hugely important for her.
Yeah, so I think that vote that came in Detroit was early in-person vote.
Okay. Early in, and again, this is a couple thousand votes here, so we're still waiting on much more. But it does speak to that being Stevens friendly, at least to have her in 2016, the establishment candidate. Race again, the candidate of the left, William Lawrence, the two sort of establishment candidates who we think are kind of 2-minute warning to the hit. I just heard in my ear. So we've got almost half the vote in Livingston. Remember, this is, Adam has told us, this is largely election day vote. So this might be about the high water mark for Lawrence here in the Livingston County portion. This might be about the high water mark for Lawrence in the Eaton County portion. That's the good news if you're one of Lawrence's opponents. The bad news is you see in both places how split that vote is between. I'm going to stop here for a second. This is Oakland. I promise you to the reaction he said he saw from the left, from the DSA to the.
Okay, this is from 4 hours ago.
On every single piece of data coming in from Michigan all night long. There he is, Steve Kornacki, posted up at the big board. Steve, give us a sense of how this one's playing out so far.
Yeah, I mean, a big thing just happened literally in the last 30 seconds, so why don't we start right there? This is the statewide tally. We think 16% of the vote is now counted. That was at 6% until about 30 seconds ago when this happened. Holy cow. Oakland County, this is the second biggest county in the state. Like 16% of all the vote in the primaries coming out of here. And we just got more than half the vote from Oakland County in one fell swoop. And you can see here that Haley Stevens is leading that over Abdul El-Sayed by 2 points. Now, the important context for this is a lot of this we think is vote by mail. That's typically what has come first in Oakland County. Now, this is going to be a little weedsy here, but this is important because it's the trend that's been revealing itself as these results have been coming in tonight and in these past primaries that we've been seeing. The vote by mail tends to be older, older voters, tends to be more establishment friendly. It tends to be more favorable to a candidate like Stevens. That is what we're seeing in other counties around the state tonight. She does her best with the vote by mail, and so she does have the advantage over El-Sayed with this big batch that just came in. But I would say it's only a 2-point advantage with what we think is sort of the best type of vote. What other type of vote is there? Well, election day vote. Folks who went to the polls and voted in person today. And what we've been seeing throughout the rest of Michigan tonight and what we've been seeing across this primary season is that election day vote tends to be younger voters, more progressive voters. The fuel for these sort of left-wing candidacies that have won in these Democratic primaries has come in that election day vote, meaning that's the vote. We've seen it across Michigan so far. It's more friendly to El-Sayed. And so, Stephen, this is a county. This isn't just any county. There's 83 on the map. This is one of paramount importance to her. She has to win Oakland County tonight. She has to win it by, I'd say, a substantial margin. She leads by 2 points with 60% of the vote in. But if that remaining vote that's going to be coming in here is the election day vote that's as pro El-Sayed as we've been seeing elsewhere, the opportunity for him to pass her here and for her not to get that kind of number she needs out of Oakland, I think is very real, because I think that's really been the story that we've seen. As I zoom back out here and look at the statewide totals, 17% right now. El-Sayed with that 8-point advantage. He has been absolutely cleaning up with the election day vote. Stevens has been holding her own with the vote by mail. Some of these big counties that have reported, a place like this right here, decent size, Eaton County, decent size, Livingston County, Exeter, Detroit right here. We do think the Stevens number might improve as that absentee vote comes in, that vote by mail comes in right now. And I just see some more sagging. I thought there might be a little more. I apologize for that. But the bottom line is that Oakland number, well, it is higher for Stevens than it is for El-Sayed. Is it as high as Stevens wants it to be?
Yeah. So Steve, and I've been talking to folks with the El-Sayed campaign. To your point, they have been laser focused on this same day vote. specifically
Beaver,
looking
what is
at younger
a
voters,
House
African American
seat for the
voters. So
Democrats.
take us inside some of the
Virginia,
counties
91%.
where those votes are reflected. Wayne County, I know, slow to vote. We're probably not going to get that.
Kind of just
Trying to get to 45%, I would say, give or take.
Roger
right there.
Marshall won
That's
his
the kind of hill she's got to climb.
Senate
Kent,
seat in
he's got a little bit more. There was at 18% before.
He
We
beat
were at Eaton, we got more. So she's made her way to 42% in Eaton County.
Wow.
Stevens has. Livingston County,
Obliteration,
she's at 39. Again, I think she needs to be getting, into the, mid 40s. Saginaw, we're still at 3. This is small. We got Bay, a little bit in Bay. Again, I'm just looking for more vote than this, but this is the kind of thing. It's tiny, but I do think it says a little something. You're, in the upper lower here. You're in northern Michigan, and yeah, this is, Whitmer got the number for Whitmer here was 62%, right? The number for Stevens, 54. Yeah, these are all counties where I'm looking to see not if El-Sayed is winning them, able to be more competitive than the progressive wing was against Whitmer. See a little bit of it there. We showed you our friends in Wexford County earlier. Okay, it's only 16%. But if it's a trend across the board, first of all, they add up to a little bit less than 10% of the vote, but also I think they can speak to a broader trend in the election. Again, just getting a little bit more here. This is Charlevoix, but again, they're giving us, a precinct or something in these places, so it's not too much to work with.
Steve, to give you a little bit more on Oakland, so the things that did come in that most recent update was that mail vote from the countywide voting center that we've been talking about. That broke for Stevens 66-30, and that was about 54,000 votes. And then we had some election day vote. That was about 74,000 votes, and that broke for El-Sayed 59-39.
Right. Okay. So that, again, you could see Stevens took a big swing there with that absentee, and she's up 2. There is election day vote that's helping El-Sayed. But again, I think Stevens needs to be in the, we can give you the.
Dude, he's definitely pushing for Haley Stevens, man. He is
Right. In fact, it's very close. 54% was the Whitmer number. This is in Oakland County. Whitmer 18 got 54% of the vote right here. It was 56% for Joe Biden in 2020. County, Southwest Oakland County. It's in the 7th district. Remember, Tom Barrett, Republican incumbent. Trump won the district by a point. That's the backdrop for this Democratic primary.
Mike Rogers wins. This is the guy
for Wesley Bell in that district, as you're watching that one too.
Yeah, it's interesting because I remember being here 2 years ago in this primary when Bell went after Bush. That was a very close race here. Bush, obviously, her affiliation with the squad, she's been a national figure. And the story of that race 2 years ago is this district is split between St. Louis, the city of St. Louis, and then right over here, these are the inner suburbs of St. Louis County. Some of them St. Louis County. And the story then had been Bell was strong in St. Louis County. Bush was strong in the city of St. Louis, but take a look at what we're seeing so far. St. Louis County, no big surprise. Bell getting more than 3/4 of the vote right there. But go over to the city of St. Louis, and you see Bell. It's not as decisive, but you do see a solid margin. At least this is early vote. The final margin may end up not being quite as dominant here. Bush may do better. I think she will do better with the election day vote. But you see it extending across county lines, and this split with the early vote is not something you saw in 2024 when these two candidates ran against each other and Bell won in a close race. And so, it kind of bucks the trend that we've been seeing. How many primary nights have we been up here, particularly in city districts? Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. in the mayoral election there, Denver, New York City. That's where we've been seeing these sort of left-wing candidacies succeed, topple incumbents. Here, the formula didn't work. Bush doing worse than she did 2 years ago when she lost the seat. And Bell, certainly the establishment candidate here, based on his endorsements, his backing in this campaign, securing a seat.
Tonight, Steve, would we see a sweep for progressive candidates? Would there be a patchwork? This is certainly a loss for progressives, for Senator Bernie Sanders, who endorsed her. And of course, the big race, the big marquee race that we are watching, the Michigan Senate race. Bring us up to speed there. What's the very latest you're seeing?
Yeah, let's take a look back up in Michigan. And I'm going to just have to go to a house. Okay, so again, about 20% of the vote here is in statewide. This looks about what it looked like the last time we checked in terms of the margin there for El-Sayed Syed
only thing I
over
give a
Stevens.
fuck, bro,
I
is
think
these
there's a
10
lot
piece
here.
deals in the
Zoom in
jacket.
on
You know,
Wayne
if
County.
they win
So
their
Wayne County,
primaries,
where
I'm not
Detroit
giving a
is,
shit.
you'll hear me say this a lot tonight. A fifth of the vote statewide
But
is
if they,
coming out
like,
of Wayne.
but
We only have 2% of
they
the vote
just
right
lose
now.
their
So there's not
fucking
much to be
jet
read into that.
in the
What there
general.
is there is from
That's not
Detroit,
parallel.
largely from
I
Detroit, what
don't
you're looking
care
at
if
right
they
now.
win their
But Wayne,
primaries,
keep in mind,
because the track
is not
record
just
shows
Detroit.
that
Okay, there are inner
he's
suburbs in
gonna be
here.
on the check
There's
record
also,
destroy
this is
it.
where Dearborn is.
You know,
Dearborn
they're
is the first
starting out to-
majority Arab
before it
American
was
city in the
extremely
United
rare
States.
that
There's
they
110,000
primaries
residents
now
in
last
Dearborn.
couple
Abdul
years, they've
Syed
started
ran
winning
for governor in
they've started
2018.
winning their
He won Dearborn
primaries.
big. Dearborn Heights,
So
very
basically,
similar
Sauron
demographically. That's in here.
started the
Hamtramck,
movement of
it's
these
a majority
10
Muslim
you know,
city. That's a
some
place where Al Syed
elected.
did very well in
So,
2018. They are all also in Wayne County.
scrub.
There's also a lot of other places in here too. So
So,
there's a diversity in here. In some of those cities,
probably
I
won't be
expect
doing
Al Syed
rats today.
to do
Sorry,
very
guys.
well tonight. But the
Pay attention to
opportunity,
this.
and this may
But
take a while for
tomorrow
us
there
to
won't
see,
be any of
and we'll see how it
this.
shakes out in
You know,
other
tomorrow,
places around the state if it comes
we'll
to it.
just, you know,
But the
drag the same
opportunity for
old
Stevens,
political
we're saying,
stuff, then
is
do
in
rats.
the city of Detroit because the
since
polling has
I
been
was on
indicating
really late,
that
since
black
that issues
support
on
is
sale
very
to
strong
2
for her.
o'clock.
And we said
So
Detroit
sound
is
like another
3/4
30
black.
more minutes
And this is an
than I
opportunity. If
normally
she can
do.
run up the score in Detroit among black voters, she could get a big number out of there. She could get a big number out of Wayne County. That could carry her a long way. In terms of looking at where black support really can swing, a primary, or at least loom large in a primary, there aren't a ton of counties where there's a very significant black population. Another place we'll look tonight, though, that does have a pretty large black population is Genesee County. This is where the city of Flint is. We don't have any votes coming in right there yet. There is a substantial black population in Saginaw, too. We don't have many votes coming in right there. So from
update this again.
13% of the vote here in that gubernatorial primary in 2018.
Let's go to the hour and a half.
But I can't give you more than that.
Hamilton beat Davis
we got
39.6.
1 minute right here. They're going to talk. We're going to talk about Oakland County.
That's a
So we're going to go
total
through a little bit of what we just did. I'm going to put this back up on the statewide screen. 22%. So
I think all
that
the main
Oakland back we just got,
guys was,
I think has helped move us. Was there anything else substantial?
There was another 11,000 Washtenaw votes.
Same with,
Okay.
like CNN,
So Washtenaw,
especially like
and
CNN.
Stevens' numbers moved up a little bit here. I mean, you've got this has been a trend here where we showed you this in Eaton, we showed you this in Livingston. Remember, she started the night I think like at 28 and change.
Oh, guys. Why I just looked at the other tab? It's 49.1 now for El Syed and 46.9.
Mackie at the big board. So, Steve, you're getting some new numbers in from Oakland County. What are you seeing?
Yeah, so now take a look here. The biggie here, we've got 70% of the vote in. Remember, it was 60% all at once the last time we checked in. We just got another 10%. And the bottom line is it looks like it did before here with Stevens with a little bit less than a 2-point advantage over Al Syed. We're trying to figure out, I mean, this is what it comes to in Michigan primaries, trying to discern exactly what type of vote you're looking at. We've been talking about that vote by mail being so for.
So, part-time stream. So, Shannon Taylor won her House primary District 1, Virginia. Okay. I'm just looking at this chat. Let's go, mechanic. Can everyone that was St. Paul take back seats now? Are you gonna have to continue seed Israel? Oh, it's always Israel. These people. Elaine, Laura, won the Virginia second House seat, primary. Adam's sidekick is a sack going too. She beat this chick. Like, dude, some of these people just keep absolutely fucking volleyballing, bro. I thought Cornick was less biased. I don't watch NBC. Doug Offland won.
I don't know if you were watching that, but if you did, I was talking about. I thought I was back on the air, and I wasn't. So you missed everything I was saying, and I'm trying to remember now. Remember what I was saying. What I was saying was we got more vote out of. Okay, let me go back and show you where we started.
Steve, I got one note from the decision desk here.
Yeah.
Just some thoughts. They're still waiting for more data in their models right now, but it looks like, as we see in the vote totals, El Syed has the lead. Can't say more than that until we get some more different places. That's what we're hearing from the
Yeah, and can you ask the decision
when
desk,
Haley gets
adjusting the expected
votes?
vote, does that indicate higher election votes?
Well,
Because I think that might be what it's
I have news for you people.
Okay,
The
so what
mainstream
we just
media
got
likes the
more,
establishment over the fucking
22%
communities.
statewide. There you go. We got
Even
more
though
out of
the
Macomb
media, even though the
County.
media is fucking retarded.
When Adam finishes trying to get an
You
answer
know,
to that, I'm
they
going to
like
ask him a question
the
about Macomb.
established
But again,
Democrats,
you're
they're
looking
like
at here the two
fucking
suburban
tankies,
giants,
dude.
Oakland and Macomb, next
It's
door to
like,
each other. This is
type what
Macomb.
Frank
Oakland
this
is
is.
sort of
Some
the
person
upscale
could
suburban
set
one.
stuff, you know,
Macomb is
DSA
the
has a
blue
magnet
collar,
like
traditionally, you know,
mine.
sort of made by the
They
auto
do
industry.
stop
Big
this.
suburban area. Between the two of them,
Some guy
it's
said
like a
stop
quarter
this.
of the vote
What a joke.
statewide.
This thing
Oakland,
this
the
is
much bigger
Epstein.
one. Macomb is probably going to be 8% in this primary.
This is Epstein
But
media, guys.
Adam, if you
guys
have a
know
second, I would love to.
Oh my
In terms
God.
of type.
Yeah, so let me take a look. In Macomb County,
Dude, this
so,
is
fairly
Epstein-
broad-based, but I
this
see
is Epstein
23%
media.
of our election day vote in, 6% of our mailed vote in, and 32% of our early vote in.
All the suits are 47.
And how are they breaking?
So the early vote is currently breaking 65-34. Mail vote for El Sayed. Sorry.
And that's the smallest of these. Yep.
Yep, the mail vote is the smallest of these. Or, yeah, sorry, I saw what you're saying. The mail vote is currently breaking 65-30, and the election day vote
34 Stevens.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the election day vote is currently breaking for El Sayed 64-34.
64. So they're basically. It's, this is interesting. So El Sayed is winning the election day vote by 30, and you said.
The
vote by
it's
mail
funny
is
how some of
30.
these people just steal a song when they make fun of like the fact of saying
Okay.
the 2020 election.
I think I would love to just.
they're definitely a lie.
Yeah, so the mail vote, is that what you're asking about?
Yes.
65,
I'm learning to
29.
starting to get ahead in some counties.
Okay.
So
How many,
the fake doctor might be
roughly,
coming
how many
here.
election day votes do we think are left in Macomb County?
37,000.
James is up
Okay,
for
and roughly
Republicans
how many
Michigan,
vote by mail do you think are
50.9
left?
to 37,
59,000.
35 points into Johnson. Yeah, he's
Okay.
going to win.
Right. So at that rate, and you think we basically have the early vote done.
Have about 4,000 remaining early votes.
Okay. So at the rate that this is coming in, there's more here for Stevens than there is for Al Sayed, but there needs to be more for Stevens than for Al Sayed. It needs to be much more for Stevens than Al Sayed because what was Macomb? Let's use our benchmarks that we've been going to all night right here, right? Whitmer got 57% of the vote in Macomb County in 2018. Remember, she got 52% statewide. That was 57% in Macomb County. Biden got 51 here in 2020, running against Sanders. Sanders was strong there. Clinton got 49%, right? So this was the Clinton number, the Biden number, this was the Whitmer number, this is the Stevens number right now. So when we say she needs to be getting much better with what's left. So now, if we just extrapolate this is very rough math right here. But with 37,000. Give or take, election day vote to come, 37, 74. That would be about 11,100. An additional, that would net outside an additional 11,100 or so votes. This is small, so we're just extrapolating. That would give them about a 13,000, 14,000 vote margin right there. And if Stevens then were to win the remaining, say 60,000 by 36, 6, 12,
I don't want the
18,
tankies to take over.
Yeah.
And also, I just want
that would put her ahead by about 7,000 or so votes countywide. I wanted to go through that in my head because I know we're only at 14% here. There's still a ton to come in right here, but just wanted to get a ballpark figure of if they're both breaking that way, Stevens could get ahead here. She absolutely has to get ahead here in a place like Macomb County. Zooming out again, just some more trickling in. I think still just at 22%.
Guys, it's Israel. Guys.
Looking for.
Israel
I'm just going to quickly go through this. I promise I won't get bogged down. I just want to see if there's anything in these small counties that is like close to complete.
I will stop
Delta.
Well, if I keep buying your elections.
Again, Delta's so I wouldn't get bogged down. Now I'm going to get bogged down. Delta, this was actually one of the 56, 43 are the establishment numbers. But again, if that same day that can come back up,
rigging the election
looking for
towards
something
these
concrete. I won't.
people.
Luce County, we're at three-quarters here.
Ridiculous, man.
Okay, small, but
Dude.
just looking for anything complete. Whitmer got, this was a 70% Whitmer County. This was a 57% Biden County.
Oh my
Three-quarters
God,
in,
this is
Stevens
funny,
running
dude. I'm not gonna
lower
lie.
than those numbers.
Steve,
Yeah.
I do have some more messages for you
Yes.
on your
Is this
phone.
guy even
Um,
speaking?
I'm also looking for some of the complete counties as well.
She's pulling in pretty good.
We do have a
actually.
couple, and we can also probably get to those.
We have some complete.
right on the
We have some complete counties.
Wait, we're up to 85%
I'm gonna go
in
look at
two
my
counties
Twitch. I'm gonna look at Twitch on my Twitch and see.
as of our latest
Because it's someone's
vote results.
LSI. It's
Did
like,
we get?
you
Did the
know,
decision desk tell us
campaign
if we are?
headquarters.
If we do believe there is more election day vote than higher election day turnout than we thought initially?
The expected vote in Oakland County got raised a few minutes ago.
He ended his stream.
We don't know. We
He
can't
knows
say
it. He knows his
overall
cards.
if that
You know your cook, my man.
what you're saying about the election day vote. Decision desk is not saying
Bro,
that yet.
like I said.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so
Like I said, it would be so funny.
full
He basically
disclosure,
just
we
did his
pass notes back and
victory
forth. We're
speech,
sort of
right?
comparing notes because
They
we're trying to
didn't
think out
wait
loud.
to the
Oh, we
next
do have a
day,
completed
you
county.
lost.
Give me the completed count.
Oh my God, I'm gonna laugh.
We were
my
just
ass
up there.
off.
Okay.
I hope
So,
I could just react on my stream.
We, sorry.
Dude, this is gonna be fucking hilarious. If
Fourth time's the charm.
this guy
Okay,
loses, dude.
so we got, this is tiny, but again, just sort of, I think this is key. 'Cause we're spending all night. saying
Michael
this type of stuff.
Bouchard
Here's a place
won
where all the
his
types are
primaries
in. There's
for
no
Republican
conditionals here with this one. I know it's
Michigan,
tiny,
Michael
but I do want to just
Bouchard.
start this exercise.
I don't know
and
any
we'll show you
most
this
people
because I think, look, Luce
fuck
County,
that email
Upper
art,
Peninsula
man.
right here.
Anybody in Michigan
and
knows who this
the
guy is?
Whitmer got 70% of the vote here. Again, establishment benchmarks potentially for Stevens here.
I
Biden
have
got
no idea.
57,
Fuck this person,
and we
man.
think we're done
I might
in Luce.
just go to
Stevens is going
bed.
to win it, but she's going to get
No,
49.
I'm gonna react.
Okay,
I should have been watching this
70,
earlier.
57,
Far left
49.
don't
Meanwhile,
support
Al
Dan's already
Sayed
called
lands at
genocide
43% right here. When he ran for
Like I
governor
said,
in
the far
2018, what did he get in
left
Luce
does
County?
not
He
give a
got
fuck about everything. They hate
12% of the
Republican
vote,
Party.
right?
They don't
So
have issues.
Luce County
They just want to
is
just hold the
tiny.
Democratic
Okay, but
Party
like we've been
hostage,
saying,
just
this
want
is
to
what
spread
we're going
their
to be
identity
seeing,
politics,
okay,
just only
sort of
care
from
about
this point
the
north.
forward
You know,
war in
Stevens
the
wins,
Middle
but
East,
not
and
anything
he's
like the
weaponized
Whitmer margin
people,
from
and their
2018.
goals to destroy
Okay,
countries.
Whitmer
This
was running
guy
up huge,
lost,
like
by
2
the
to 1
way. This
victories
guy is
in
such
these
a
places.
weirdo.
If these
He just
counties
looks
end up
like he's
looking
an
much more
idiot.
like
Thank
this,
God.
you
I
know,
don't know
high
who
single
Kenny
digits,
guy
15,
is.
things like that,
Thank God this
then even though this is
dipshit
only, I keep saying, only 8% of the vote
He's a
lives up here in this
hate
northern part of
LL. They
Michigan.
do. Like,
But
they-
if
they
you know,
just
Stevens
said
is
he
getting
wouldn't
like
show it
half
to
the
the
margin
Democratic
out of that
Party.
Whitmer got out of
Michigan will then have
that,
to
that adds
recall
up.
the
Okay, so it could be
balls.
significant from that
Haley
standpoint,
Stevens
but I
probably
think it could
dominated,
also
like,
be a
mail-in
little bit more
ballots,
broadly
dude.
significant in matching a little bit of
She
what
was
we're
born
seeing in bigger
in the
counties
more,
where
like,
Al Sayed, I think it
centuries
signals
counties, and Al
potentially
Sayed's
that
got
Al
the,
Sayed
like,
may
the
have a little
Arab
bit of strength
counties.
there. You're talking
Probably what it
rural
is,
northern
'cause
Michigan,
Michigan's
you're
a
talking
high Arab
blue-collar white voters.
population,
You're
dude.
talking blue-collar, older white voters. And Al Sayed I don't, this is all from Luce, but we're seeing little hints of this elsewhere in northern Michigan. That's why I'm sort of leaning on Luce here. So it might be a sign where you're looking at it initially saying, oh, getting clobbered here, to like, that was encouraging to get. So we have a couple minutes until then.
Yeah, and we checked in on Luce earlier. We have a couple more
It's so funny they
full
only been
or
talking about
near
this
full
Michigan
counties that we
Senate.
can
They're
look
just-
at.
Let's do that.
they're
If you want to do that,
ignoring the other
Ionia
fucking primaries.
and Alcona.
I think we did Alcona. didn't
Okay.
we?
It's just like,
Yeah.
I may have
Oh,
missed
this
that.
guy's funny.
I'm trying to look if it's from a particular municipality, but I haven't quite nailed that down yet.
which House
Okay, so
seats-
Ingham, I mean, and
Democrat
we're going to
House
check in on the
seat for
congressional
Michigan
race in a
up
second because this is key to that
71%
congressional race
to Harris,
in the 7th
29.
district. I haven't been meaning to give those congressional
Bro, some of
races
these
short shrift here, but
fucking
Ingham
tanky
County,
candidates
again,
here
this is, okay, Gretchen
fucking
Whitmer was the
destroyed.
county prosecutor in Ingham County. So when I said she had the home field advantage, she really had it there. So as our benchmarks go for Stevens, Whitmer got 63, but put an X to it. That's her home county. Okay. Realistically, though, when I say this is like a very liberal county, the number that Joe Biden got out of Ingham was 45. Where Stevens is starting at here is 40.
It doesn't look like from Lansing. It looks like it was from some of the perimeter townships,
House
and
7
maybe Mason as well.
In a mix of vote types.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Slowly and in trickles in a lot of cases. It's tiny, but okay. What else?
We got 4,000 votes out of Ottawa County and another 4,000 votes out of Oakland as well.
Oh, okay. Oakland was 4,000 in addition to, okay.
Really
Oakland,
close, man.
now that last Oakland batch, whatever it was, favored Stevens, huh?
Yes. She wins that 54-43.
Can you tell me, Oakland?
Should look at the next.
Let's go back to Michigan. That's where we want to be. Okay, I was looking at Michigan 7 because what's been happening in the Senate race there, okay, in that Senate primary, where you've seen Stevens in. Are we?
Steve, so there does seem to be some interesting dynamics at play. I feel like if the theme of the night is you can't pay for the broad brush, right? Like this maybe is part and parcel.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think one thing we've seen is gubernatorial races can kind of defy the tribalization, polarization of national politics much more than federal races can. Races for the U.S. House, races for the Senate. So you'll see a state like Kansas, it's a reliably red state in a presidential election, have circumstances where it will elect a Democratic governor. You'll see a state like Massachusetts, not too long ago, one of the most Democratic in the country. Charlie Baker was a two-term Republican governor from 2014 to 2022. Vermont, does it get more Democratic than Vermont? Currently has a Republican governor who's running for re-election. So I think you get a little bit more of that sort of ticket splitting is not a thing we see that much at the national federal level. You do still see it a little bit under some circumstances at the gubernatorial level.
So, Steve, obviously, the big race we're watching, we have to go back to it in Michigan. Any update you can give us on the Al Sayed Stevens race? We were just talking about it with Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, who talked about, Steve, the fact that tomorrow, whoever wins, if we have results by tomorrow.
Dude, don't.
Hopefully we'll have results by tomorrow.
Come on, man.
They're going to have to unify.
Dude,
but what are we
it's
seeing
so
so far
ridiculous how it
tonight?
takes
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to dive right
forever
back in here because in the last couple minutes, the vote here has ticked up. It's coming in slowly. It is coming in. We were at about a quarter of the vote. Now we're getting close to 30%. One thing very big picture that we're seeing, it continues to happen here, is that Stevens in that sort of bottom line number against El Sayed, it continues to tick down. 58, 45, 6. It's now 5.2. You said 8. You said 7, 6.5, 6. Inside of 5. Now we're getting down close to. So this continues to shrink here. There is still a lot to come here. It's sort of uneven where the vote is coming from. I'm going to look here. I'll see some of these for the first time myself. I just want to see. We started to get votes in Lansing, state capital, big Democratic bastion. This is a place where Al Sayed wants to do very well tonight. I think he sort of depends on it. Livingston County next door. I will say, and to Grand Rapids, did we get anything more? No. I'm just checking these kind of for the first time here myself. Genesee County, Saginaw County, so not a ton more in those places. The story really has been, though, that there was a bit of a mirage early, I think, in that the election day vote in some places got reported out very quickly and huge for Al Sayed.
The ballpark that we should be looking for when that comes in.
Well, I mean, I think he used the Whitmer.
Jesus,
I said the city of the.
Bro, these people.
I'm sorry, did we just get a little bit more? It just changed. What did we just get?
Yeah, we got another 3,000 votes.
Do we
Wayne.
know from?
I don't know from where.
Okay, so again, Wayne, it's not just Detroit, so that might be what just happened there. We said Detroit. In that 2018 primary, it was 38% went for Sri Tanadar. Okay, one of the two progressive, he's a congressman now. 36% went for Gretchen Whitmer, okay, and 26% went for Al Sayed. So, and now the number that that Whitmer got out of Wayne, there's the Wayne County number for Whitmer was 44%. So I think like if you're Stevens, right? You want to try to move that number close to 50% out of Wayne. So you want this, you want this 36 number to be over 50. You want to be winning Detroit. You want to be winning Detroit by a very substantial margin.
So, Steve, just to reset, what's the statewide look like? Just remind us where we are statewide with this new vote coming in.
That knocked. Okay, now take a look at this. Now we're over a third of the vote statewide. That was a big batch right there. And again, this has been the shrinking margin. That is now 3.1 that separates Stevens from Al Sayed. This has, I think starting at about 16, 17%, we were looking at Al Sayed by 8. Every update since, almost without fail, this has ticked a little closer. It just ticked, now just ticked down to 3. Adam, what just came in? Anything meaningful?
City's playing 22,000.
During our last update, we got a bunch of Kent. Nothing meaningful in just in the last 10 seconds there.
Okay, but we did get a lot of. Is this heavily skewed to Grand Rapids? Evan, and again, benchmarks there close to 6. Again, if we really left-wing candidate in a county, DSA challenging an incumbent member of Congress is being targeted by the DSA, then that election day vote is looking awfully juicy if you're McKinney and the DSA folks right now. In the 11th district here, but we now have a call. State Senator Jeremy Moss is going to win this primary. We didn't get to talk too much about it. Aisha Faruqi was running, again, was sort of on the left, the candidate of the left in this race. Moss, a big issue in this race had been Israel. Moss aligning himself sort of on the pro-Israel side. And NBC News, 3/4 of the vote has been counted. Moss has been declared the victor here. Taking a look next door here. In the 10th district, right? Again, this is the seat. The Republicans here are going to nominate Michael Bouchard, who was endorsed by Trump. This is the district that was represented by John James, who's giving up the seat to run for governor. Christina Hines had the most money in this race, and she is with a third of the vote. I want to just see where it's coming from here, right? The Oakland part of the district, right? This is Grimal's 55. Yeah, I mean, look. In 24, he won it in 20. The thing we're looking for tonight is not who's going to advance to the general election, but is there some kind of a readout here on the relative strength of the two candidates and the two parties, right? It's more than just Democrats, Republicans. Every party's on here, but can we see that two-party vote? That we won't really know we won't know the full vote for a couple of days till all the results come in. But do we get a feel for is there an advantage to one side or the other here? We can talk about that. We're seeing this now. We're going to see this at the House level in the same state. Because the 7th district, around Lansing, and then Livingston County, they're getting closer to Detroit. You are going to see a candidate very much part of that left-wing insurgency. Then 58 now, an improvement for Whitmer. Where else do we have?
Oak Park.
Okay.
5938 is what I have for Oak Park.
Okay, I am, full disclosure, I am looking for it. 57% here. She wins this thing, let's see. Doing some heavy lifting in that to Detroit, and I'm looking at this and seeing that opportunity for her. So we are better and better as that vote has come in. And what is it at?
We have 5,000 votes from Canton Township. Yes, Canton Township.
Yeah.
As of an hour ago, and it was breaking for Sayed.
Let's just go to the presidents. Let's just go to what's going on in real time.
The places with 10,000 or more outstanding votes that can, in one update, really
this is real time
now.
We
tell
just
us
kind of
something
rewind
important.
it.
At the same time, the rest of this map is filling in these counties that are colored in but are not at 100%. They are slowly filling in like that. It will bounce this number around a little bit in the zone. But what we are looking for here is anything that substantially moves this number in either direction, or an update. If we get Washtenaw, if we get Ingham, and this number doesn't budge, that's just as important and that's just as significant. Something significant. It went down. What was it? Where did we get?
Genesee.
We got more Genesee. Okay. So this is Flint. We've been saying, I said, could she net another 3,000 or so out of there? It looks like about 2,000 maybe she got out of there. Stevens, again, she's going to win by almost 20 points. This is not 100%. This is
wrong county.
Oh my God. Saginaw. What an idiot. Okay, look at this, 78%, even more. The label Saginaw should have told me I was not in Jackson County. Okay, wow, okay. Thank you, Adam. Still, ton to come here. Not a ton, but that's a good amount. That's only about 3/4 in. And Stevens just got another. What was that update? How did it break?
So it was 12,000 votes, 54% for Stevens, 41% for El Sayed.
Yes, that's about a 1,500 vote plurality for her. Again, with more to come. We said the math I was using there, right? They're saying, boy, this could get really dicey here for El Sayed. The math I was using there said the remaining vote out of Genesee could get her between 3,000, 3,500 votes. She just lopped off 1,500 right there in that update. Still not at 80% in there. So again, that was one of our big ones. That's one of our big six, call them the big six counties with that outstanding vote. Although I think with that, I wonder what they're down to. No, they're still over 10,000. Yeah, still 15,000 left there. 1, 2, 3. There are 6 counties over 10,000. We'll give an honorable mention to Calhoun County, which is right down here, where we've got 7,500 votes left. Calhoun County, by the way, right now, Stevens is leading there by 8 points. So, I mean, again, if she were to win, let's say by 10, the remaining vote in Calhoun, it would net 750 for her. It'd lop 750 off that total. But again, we're
talking about.
We've said so. Something. What was it?
I don't see anything big.
Something just came in. I went from it's big because it was in the high 19s, low 20s. But what was it?
Iron County, 359 votes.
Okay, we're up in the UP. Iron. Okay.
We just got a Wayne update.
Okay. Whoa. It looks like it was a good one for El Sayed.
Yeah, it was 7,000 votes. He gets 66%. Stevens gets 32%.
Wow. Okay. And again, we're flying a bit blind on where these are coming from. That might be. There are some places there in Wayne that we know to be very El Sayed friendly. That might have been one of them, but that sets Stevens back. Now she's back at a 22,291 deficit, but still, that leaves just okay. We'll sit on this.
Bro, it's still close.
Screen through the TV if you see that number move. That still leaves 89,000 votes in Wayne, and as you can see, they're just sort of.
Yeah, we got another Macomb update. 6,000 votes.
She's in that one, but
Stevens 63%. El Sayed 32%.
That's the exact clip we've been seeing for like 3-4 straight updates here. This is why this is why I said Macomb is the swing here, because it's coded as half male, half that was coded as male, I assume. Or was it?
That was coded as male.
Right. Okay. So it's playing to type right now. According to what our system is saying, there's now more outstanding election day vote than vote by mail in Macomb County. But I'm just not sure how that election day vote, what's listed as that, is going to perform, because the other way of looking at this is, that leaves you, now we've got 23,000 votes left there in Macomb. If it all breaks, we've seen 63-32, 63-30. We've seen 30-point wins for Stevens in these updates. And again, with 23,000 left, if she just kept doing that, 23-46, that'd be about 7,000 additional votes. She would, plurality. She would knock that from 20 to 13,000. If it all breaks away, this is a huge, to me in my mind right now, at least, it's a huge variable, because I think Macomb could be it could be a wash from this point forward. It could even be it could even net out to El Sayed's favor. That's a bit what the coding that Adam's given you is saying, but it hasn't been performing that way always. It certainly hasn't next door in Oakland, and I think something else was minor that just happened.
Yeah, Sanilac. You also have a update in your phone as well.
Oh, okay. This is the fun stuff. Oh no, what do we do? No. Can you ask if there is any possible workaround?
Sure.
Thank you.
People out of a country, you go somewhere else, that place is going to be that country.
Literally, an individual that
what happened? Bro, it's still looking the same, my man. What did you say? Dude, I don't know what they're doing.
Okay, that's why Macomb is just like
Dude, it's legit still insane, bro.
it would change the game completely if the remaining vote in Macomb is all like what those last 3-4 updates have been
They
like.
shut it down.
Because this number would come crashing down. And again, we think Stevens is going to get more out of Genesee, and we think there's still vote in Oakland that if it's like the last update, she won the last update in Oakland County by 26 points. So if that vote, if the next batch, could be the final batch, out of Oakland behaves that way, I mean, if that happened in Macomb, that happened in Oakland, and that happened in Genesee,
I'm trying to find this.
I mean, this number is 5,000.
I can't really fucking see that one.
With still 89,000 in Wayne, and that mail question, vote by mail question in Washtenaw and in Ingham, and just a scattering coming in elsewhere. So we're just like you. If you're watching this, we're just waiting for that number to budge and to see if it's from one of these significant sort of, I call them the big counties. They're also sort of the question answering counties right now.
It might be an obvious point, but the thing I've been thinking about for the last little bit, as we've seen El Sayed, sink below.
Sorry, somebody just happened.
Wayne County, another 5,000 votes. Let's see how it broke.
Yep.
53% for Stevens, 43% for El Sayed.
So it's a decent update for her. It knocks it. I mean, this is about as close as she's gotten so far. Just a shade under 20,000. That is 1.4%.
She started taking a
statewide. Okay, 19,791 brings the number in Wayne to 84,000. 84,000 votes remain in Wayne. They've been, I think what I've been seeing, and again, the pattern can change. I'm just going to circle this because again, this is the all important number right now. Every time that changes, we got to see. They've been kind of going back and forth, right? Trading blows in Wayne. So I obviously it's a game changer if one of them can string together a series of really good updates there. But I'm so focused on. If I could know one thing right now, it's what is the entirety of that remaining Macomb County vote, those 23,000 votes in Macomb County. What does the entirety of that vote look like? Because you can make an argument that it's going to break even or even be slightly favorable to El Sayed, and you can make an argument that it's going to be like a 7,000 or 8,000 vote plurality for Haley Stevens. And the difference in the context of this between those two possibilities obviously is enormous. And so that's of the things we're looking at here, that's the thing. If I could wave the magic wand and know right now, it would be that. So while any update is massive now, if we ever got okay, we got something just went now. Is this another Wayne update?
There's another Ingham update.
Oh,
14,000 votes. His breaks for El Sayed, he gets 55% of them, and Stevens gets 40%.
One vote should be restricted to only people in the military. People are like,
this is coded as mail.
This is significant. We said, I'll go back to this while we talk about it. Yeah. Again, we said the thing we were sketching through, right? We raised the big questions about the big six. This is one of them. Ingham. It is overwhelmingly an El Sayed county. We know that. The vote by mail there. The question was, would Stevens fight El Sayed to a draw in the vote by mail, thereby taking tens of thousands of votes remaining in a core El Sayed county, and El Sayed walks away with no additional plurality out of it. That's the question we were raising there about Stevens. That's not all of it that just came in, but that big batch that just came in was not even. It was double-digit El Sayed. Okay, so it has boosted that statewide margin. Remember, it's boosted it by about 2,100 votes. It's boosted the margin here in the share of the vote to a point in 1.6 points right now. That was if you're El Sayed, it's a very good update for you. Again, we're looking for things here, the answers to our questions. And that one was just answered in favor of El Sayed. That also heightens the stakes for we're asking the same question here in Washtenaw County, where we're waiting on vote by mail, where it's a core El Sayed County. Can Stevens fight El Sayed to a draw with what's left there? Keep this number from going any farther north like it just did with that update from Ingham County? Or is what we just saw in Ingham County going to happen again in Washtenaw County in that 21,000 climbs to 24,000 to 25,000? That's a huge thing. If El Sayed lands that 1-2 punch here, that's massive. So again, we pose those questions as those we talked about those 6 going above 10,000, and 84,000 in Wayne. Oh, we are getting down to starting to see the bottom of the barrel, right? Is that the metaphor we're going for here? The bottom of the barrel is a bad thing. I like elections. There are only 5 counties left now, though, over 10,000. Ingham falls under 10,000 with that update. 21,846. We'll just kind of wait for the next one. They've been coming in pretty regularly. Did we get any? I asked you about the thing we were exchanging messages about.
Yes, but you wouldn't like the answer.
Go home, Steven. See wherever we got this. Bro, we were spamming this DSA shit. Jesus Christ, not a good sign. If we steal these DSA commies, you're fucking spamming your shit.
We'll keep
working on it. I don't know if they're called or they're just coping. Initial needs Steve off the air.
Can we just set like a tripod or something?
Bro, those have Bro, just tape a bottle between your dicks.
The town square?
I love town square.
They're just waiting for the other calendars.
We got another update from Lenawee.
How many counties are left? Shit. This ain't like it's fucking California.
We've come so far. We're finally getting
Beaver won the 8th House seat.
We're talking about. Sorry, you could probably figure that out. I'm sorry. You said we got a small amount, right?
Yes, another 1,500 votes. El Sayed wins 52-43.
Okay, that's one of those. It's just going to bounce it around in that zone. Sorry,
Trump always wants to sign Steve. How is Trump doing this? I'm sure Trump very wants Haley Stevens went over the fake doctor. I'm glad Courtney says a team works to sugar from your phone while you still the
I get a flag from the decision desk that the next Wayne County update should be Canton Township.
Oh, that's great. Okay, we just got a small incremental one. I don't, unless it's from a major county, I don't think it's Jackson. Okay, kind of so the decision desk is telling us that the next Wayne County update is going to come. Come on. Comes never to one.
Bro, these
I got the Wayne
are interesting creatures.
There it is.
You displayed it to the camera a few hours ago.
I was showing it off. Okay, and you said Canton is the next.
Yes.
Okay, so to set the stage
calling for the commie already.
Fairly important one.
Steve
We're talking here about.
Bring for a full
Everybody shout oh, it did move. What happened? Is that Canton?
Let's go.
That was a lead one.
Drink water, Steve, not wine.
Okay, that's high income. Yeah, that's right up here. This is what they call wine country in Michigan. I'm not kidding. There's like 18 wineries here. It's look it out right over. It's over. It's beautiful. It's high income. Anyway, it actually it helped.
People just spam the call.
The high income, high education attainment there in that kind of Grand Traverse Bay area. So that boosted him there too. It's not one of the big six, but that was. Oh, something is that Canton Town?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay, this just came in Wayne County. Our decision desk is telling us that this is Canton Township. Canton Township is in the western, sort of right here in Wayne County. Give us what the breakdown was.
So this was 20,000 new votes, 54% for El Sayed, 44% for Stevens.
Okay, context for this: 100,000 people live in Canton Township. The number in the 2018 primary was 49. It was 49 for Whitmer. Okay, it was 38 for El Sayed. Okay, and it was 13 for Tanadar. Right. So the progressive share was 51. That's one way of looking at it. And tonight El Sayed gets 54. Right. The Whitmer share was 59. And tonight
people are
Stevens
saying
gets
stop
44.
the count. Stop the count. It's rigged,
not
guys.
inconsequential update.
It's
That's
rigged.
this is one of the bigger townships, one of the bigger sort of jurisdictions in Wayne County right there. And that was very helpful, as you can see, to El Sayed, who's gotten a couple pieces of good news for him in the last few minutes. He got that good news coming out of Ingham County, and he got good news coming out of Canton Township. Again, we're getting a little bit not far from, but relatively speaking, the edges of Wayne County right here. Are they telling us any other specific places on the way?
Not at the moment.
Okay, but wow, what that did, just to give you a sense of this, folks, look, that knocked the remaining vote. We're down to only 64,000 votes left now in Wayne County. We are still at 23 in Macomb. Boy, those last updates were very. If you're El Sayed, we keep swinging here, right? If you're El Sayed, you're watching that number come down and down and down, and you just brought it back up 5,000 votes, a net of 5,000 votes with these updates. And again, you're watching. If you're El Sayed, you want to keep this number as stable as you can. Obviously, you want to grow it, but you want to keep it as stable as you can. And you want this number. You can't wait till you want to get this number down. That vote is volatility, it's unpredictability. There's still 64,000 left there in Wayne, and there could be good places there left for Stevens. He just got more. Where's he from? He's at 25.
Updates from Kalamazoo, 6,000 votes.
Oh, okay. Out of our big six, but yeah. Why do I always do Bailey County for this? Kalamazoo. Okay. Kalamazoo, like Grand Rapids. It's the gift that keeps giving votes. Keep getting to 95 and more. El Sayed, wow, he just, okay. Stevens got that as close as she's gotten it all night. El Sayed has responded here. He got a little assist. We're on our big six, but Kalamazoo, Leelanau came through for him too. Kalamazoo, Leelanau, Ingham, big update from Canton Township in Wayne. It's the ball is in Stevens' court right now. Again, with what is left, 64,000 in Macomb, in Wayne, and then Macomb, 23. I'm more and more. This 23,000 in Macomb County is huge. I think Stevens now needs it to be. We're saying, is it going to be about even? I could make an argument based on everything we're seeing, why that's the case. Is it going to be Stevens netting 7,000-8,000 vote plurality? I think she now increasingly needs it to be the case, that it's that 7,000-8,000 vote plurality. I continue to say, if you could tell me one thing right now, it's the makeup of that vote. We got 15,000 left in Genesee. That's where Flint is. We got, again, there's 15,000 votes left here in Genesee. I think there's 14,000 votes left here in Oakland. 15, 14, 23, 64,000 right there in Wayne. Who am I forgetting here? Do we have any other? Oakland, Washington, right? Of course, there's 14,000 votes left in Washington, right? So the game has changed a little bit since we last went through this map. Because if Ingham is still outstanding vote, but we're inside of 10,000, that last one was significant. If what happened in Ingham happened in Washington, then that number goes further north, for El Sayed. If the remaining vote in Macomb is a wash, which is possible, then that number would stay north. And then look at this. Suddenly, you take almost 40,000 votes off the map. You'd say, well, Stevens can get a boost out of Genesee County here, But, 15,000 votes, it's only going to be a couple thousand, 14,000 Oakland. And, Al Sayed, again, just the fact that he was able to put up that number in Canton Township there, right, there's a breadth of support inside of Wayne County there for him, too. Again, it raises. If you can't get it out of Macomb, that Stevens really needs something we haven't been. She needs the remainder of Wayne to be just overwhelmingly for her. But if she does get it out of Macomb, she does get that 30-point margin she's gotten in the last 4 updates out of Macomb. Absolutely in it. 25,544.
Fucking tank yell the chat. Fucking God, it's probably the Suns.
What do we do?
They were still working on it.
Appreciate it. I know this has been I know it's been a super long night for everybody.
How many counts are left, dude?
There's just some I'm not the only one that works here. We need a studio and folks around here have been working. We don't stay up till 2 a.m. doing this every day. So I truly appreciate everybody in here that's been taking part in this. Do you guys want to come take a bow? Do you guys want to? Can I get you guys on? Can we show these folks? I'm serious. Do you want? I'd love to show the room, maybe. Make this happen,
dude. I want to be staying here for a while.
Take a bow.
The best.
All right, we made it to 2. Everything we'd make it to 2 a.m. for one of these.
Steve, I do have another Wayne up.
Oh, whoa! Yeah, this is big. This is big.
So we got another 6,000 votes.
Yep.
El Sayed 62, Stevens 35. We just got another 11,000 Washtenaw votes.
Yep. Oh,
El Sayed 59, Stevens 39.
Whoa, folks. We've been asking the questions and we're getting the answers. That vote that just came in Washtenaw, that would have been
Damn.
Right?
Yeah, I would think so. Let me double check.
Assume the answer. If the answer is yes, that's
yes.
Yeah. Okay. We asked the question in Ingham County: could Stevens fight Al Sayed to a draw with the remaining vote by mail? Answer: no. Washtenaw County: could Stevens fight Al Sayed to a draw with the remaining vote by mail? Answer: no. Al Sayed just won that batch by 20 points. Could Stevens consistently roll up those big numbers in Wayne County? There's another big update right there. Al Sayed, he's within 4 points in the countywide count. What that does, I think someone else just came in. Al Sayed's number now is creeping close to 30,000. A few minutes ago, he was down at 19,000. He has gotten nothing but good news in the last 6 or 7 updates we've gotten from Kalamazoo, from Leelanau County, Ingham County, Washtenaw County, and in Wayne County. 2 big updates out of Wayne County that are very strong for Al Sayed. We're at nearly 90% of the voting statewide here. He's taken what was a very precarious position a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I think the fake dog is more
in a
than a witness.
significantly
If I
better
did my
one
life
with those
savings,
votes that have come in. That leaves what is left right now. That leaves only 58,000 left out of Wayne County. That's the biggest source of votes that's left statewide. That continues to leave these 23,000 votes out of Macomb that I've said are a bit of a wild card here. That leaves 15,000 right here in Genesee County, and only one other county left right now with more than 10,000 votes outstanding. That is Oakland County, 14,000 right there. And there it is, folks. NBC News Decision Desk is officially projecting that Abdul El Sayed will win the Democratic primary for the United States Senate in Michigan. He defeats Congresswoman Haley Stevens. He will be the Democratic candidate this fall in the general election against former Congressman Mike Rogers, who won the Republican nomination unopposed. Rogers, who sought a Senate seat in 2024, narrowly lost, seeking a rematch, seeking a rerun here. He will do it against Abdul El Sayed. I am not going to make this go any longer than it has. Thank you all who have stayed with us tonight. Thank you to everybody here at NBC who has made this possible. Behind the scenes everywhere, what an epic night this was. What that flourish that Al Sayed had at the end there. If you stayed up, you got to witness it all. It looked like Stevens was closing the gap. It looked like she had a path, and Al Sayed just shut it off in those last 6 updates we got. That was an incredible amount of drama in the end there after a long long night, and if you stayed with us through it all, God bless you. Thank you very much. And that will. Oh, we got to do a special report.
Alrighty, man. That was, that was very interesting. It was pretty fucking obvious, dude. It was pretty obvious. But I'm not that surprised. Michigan's got a high Arab population. Also, the Arabs are over outside. Obviously, he's Muslim. So, the only thing I care about is this guy loses in the general. I knew he was gonna win. To be honest, I would be shocked if he lost. She made it pretty close. She made it competitive. But yeah, I'm not that surprised. But like the latest polls they showed this week, announcing between him and Mike Rogers, and showed that Mike Rogers would win by like 10%. Let's hope that's the case. So trying to think, not a lot of the teams really won, to be honest. Like a lot of them actually lost. I think that Corey Bush lost. There's like a couple that also lost also. So it wasn't really like a total population for the Tankies in the midterms. Honestly, their big one, but they were only focused on this outside. Obviously that he won. So yep. All right, that was fucking interesting. Like I said, I didn't really care who's gonna win. To be honest with you, I didn't have a horse to race. I don't care. I don't live in I don't live in Michigan. I was just kind of wanted to cover. This is my first time ever covering up midterms in my life, so it's my first time covering the elections ever. So I just wanted to see that. So shit. I'm gonna go look at two things real quick. The other candidates that won, and after that we're just gonna go straight into reacts. So we are gonna look at reacts. I didn't know I didn't know how long that was gonna be going for. So went on for a pretty long time. So sorry. Alright, sorry about that, guys. We'll do that on YouTube in a second. Like I said, it'll stay on for like another hour. That's what those issues. So I should just look at midterms and see if it just gives me updates. I'm not gonna watch any Fox News videos today. I'll just watch them tomorrow. Since we have the midterms, the midterm primaries to look at. Let me look at just results. Just look at results so far. Alright, we're gonna go look. Outside, won the Democratic primary. Let's see. The Democratic Senate primary is the only close race still on call in Michigan. Representative Shear, Senior Jones, Progressive Challenger Donald candidate by 3 points. Wow. Okay. I thought it was going to actually show me. Republicans in the base, especially when they identify fucking Christ.
You don't believe in rehabilitation. I think the rehabilitation is nice, but it should not be the goal.
Dude, it's not really shell bait to you, wasn't it?
They're to keep society safe. So fundamentally,
rehabilitation states. Yeah, it's not really a good one. Sorry. The CNN have a look at All right, there we go. That's better. They called for Stevens. I'm never Abdul Syed. Shit. Let me go back. God, Jesus Christ, give me a second. Just give me a second.
But the fundamental purpose of prisons is to protect society. That's the actual goal the prisons have. And rehabilitating is something that sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, fuck. I need to fix this shit.
I think that
We should get paused it, so. So, fuck, it's not really. It's not allowed to
keep society safe.
Shit. I wish you just pause. Alright, there you go. So also this is from like April, honestly. So Washington, there's no Michigan, Abdul Syed one, also be Haley Stevens. Christiana States. Adam Hamilton won the Senate primary for Democrat over Chrissy Davis. What's the other states that are showing?
But the fundamental purpose of prisons is to protect society.
Okay, fuck, let me see. I like how it keeps moving. Alright, we've seen that. Donovan McKinney is currently being the church. I can't pronounce this guy's name. He's the Indian, is currently government. Johnson Benson won the Democratic primary for governor in Michigan. Wesley Bell beat Cory Bush, that's the tanky candidate. Lost. John James won the open primary for Republican for governor. So it'll be these two going against each other, I guess. See if I can actually just.
I think the rehabilitation is nice. But it should not be the goal. The goal of prisons are not to rehabilitate prisoners, they're to keep society safe. So fundamentally, rehabilitation can be a serendipitous outcome. And some people can be rehabilitated.
Alright.
But the fundamental purpose
Try to find ones where it's not fucking constantly cooking it.
That's the actual goal the prisons have. And rehabilitating is something that sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't.
So let's just look at Republican. So Mike Rogers won his primary, obviously we go against Abdul Syed in the midterms. Roger Marshall won his being Pine Narramore by a really huge margin. And where's the other one going on? Oh, Virginia, my bad. Michael Whitley won his primary 64%, 15.6 to Don Brown to go get the Democratic one. Mark Warren, I didn't have anybody. This was not even close either. So the only ones. Let's look at the House candidates. So Jake Bergen won his. John Mayer won his. That's still kind of going on. He won his. He won. Terry DeBoer won his. Bill Elson won his. Tim Mulberg won his. Everett Smiley won his. Tom Barrett won his. Thomas Smith, this is still going on. Lisa McLean won his. Then we go get like Democrats. This big. These are like house seats. So governors. The Republicans. This really faces of John James versus Joshua Benz for the governor's race in Michigan. So that's just basically, basically that. So it's just basically extended the midterms. It's very shit. It was definitely interesting. Midterms. It was just kind of. Oh shit, let's go back on YouTube, so I didn't even do that. it was just kind of funny to see like all them were saying stop the count at first, saying the Eagles won the election. It's just funny as shit. Also, I'll watch like with the articles tomorrow. About the reaction of these candidates winning. Look at Fox News, what Fox News says about it, and just like see the like reactions of all of that stuff. So we covered the the midterm election for like an hour, so hour and a half, so it's a pretty long time. I probably should have gone on a lot earlier, but I was just chilling, to be honest. If you're not gonna lie, I kind of was just relaxing. But I'll look at some reacts. We're gonna look at some reacts as we have some time on our hands. I may look at some stuff on X. I don't know. It just depends. It just depends.
This is my
Just like
favorite.
this.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Every candidate he endorsed in the last set of California elections laws literally wrong. Just wrong. Only Shoykod. My mom's was in the towers on that day, and he said, "No kings live who thinks you do good work." Yeah. There's so many people like that. Dog. We got.
All right, there it goes. Fuck. All right, let's just look at some reacts now. Not all the midterm stuff. That was interesting. We go look at. See if Charlie's had any new videos to look at, or is it just basically just like the same shit. Oh, I watched that already. I watched that a couple of days ago. I'm gonna watch it again. Oh shit! I should do was watching Queso fucking food react. Since we watched a short one yesterday, which was a really long one. We're gonna find a long one actually. Okay, there we go. Shoot it. A second. Sorry, keep fucking doing this. I like doing that. All right, let's get it.
Mac and cheese.
Why can't I hear it?
Too much. I'd probably go that though. Not gonna lie.
All right, this is not my. Okay, this one's not good. I can't hear him, dude. So I'm not gonna watch the one where I can't hear him, dude. It's just retarded. It's just fucking stupid. Okay. Watch this one.
Eater Pass, Picky Eaters Edition, Part 2. We've got another round of.
Hurry up!
I'm
sorry. You're making me mad already.
Asparagus.
Pass.
Is this a eat
I hate
or a
asparagus.
pass?
Pass.
How do you feel about blue
I
cheese?
can't
Pass.
stand cheese.
Never had it in my life, and I don't want to.
Same here, brother.
Pizza Pockets.
Oh, eat it.
I'd eat it.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
Would you eat Spam?
Absolutely,
no.
I would. Are you
Fuck
kidding
no.
me?
What
What do you
the fuck
expect me
eat
to
that
say there?
bullshit? This ain't the fucking ration of the World War II.
Eggnog.
Never had
Is
it.
this a
I
pass?
had it. It's not
Yeah,
that
it's a
good. I
pass.
had
Not
it.
gonna lie, I don't know what's
I had it
going on.
once. It tasted
I don't
nasty.
know. I don't look that good.
Black.
No!
Fuck no. Pass.
Oh my goodness, all those are so disgusting. It's
They are.
indescribable how
You're
bad
absolutely
they are.
correct. They are.
Oh my
disgusting.
goodness, man.
Raw cookie
Cookie
dough.
dough. Yes.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Feels really good, bro.
What about Caesar
No, I
salad?
don't like
I don't.
salads.
Y'all are about to say. I don't care what you say. I
I
actually
don't like salads. By the way,
Unironically, yes, I
it's
would. That
selfish
looks like a
shit.
great salad right there. That looks like one of the best salads I've ever seen. Matter of fact, that right there, matter of fact, might be the best salad I've ever laid eyes on. That when I say I want a salad, that would be what I would envision right there every time. What kind of lettuce is that, chat? What is that called? What kind of lettuce is that, bruh?
That's iceberg lettuce.
Romaine lettuce.
Oh, it's romaine lettuce. Okay, yeah, I was like iceberg lettuce. Yeah, I wouldn't have.
Popcorn shrimp. Would you eat it?
Absolutely,
I absolutely would, but I would have to hold the cocktail sauce is good, bro. But if I even have 1 teaspoon of cocktail sauce, it gives me the worst acid reflux imaginable. But I would mess with some popcorn shrimp, ain't no doubt about it.
No! Beans on toast or pass on it?
My dad eats beans on toast when we go over to the UK. So
you know, some beans and toast.
That way.
Canned tuna.
I hate tuna. I wouldn't eat anything else.
Probably like the healthiest thing in the world you could ever eat, but it tastes like blood.
Why would you eat
But yeah, I would. It's not that good though.
Just cat food, dude.
How about pickled eggs?
Fuck no.
I fear I'm gonna have to pass.
Disgusting, dude.
Would you do the 1 chip challenge?
Maybe.
I have no idea how hot that is.
That looks like fucking.
I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Has anybody died from that?
That just looks like dirt. Stuff, man.
Somebody just typed "you'll die." Probably not. I'm good. I'll pass. I've had it. It's not that bad.
Fruit Loops with milk.
I love Fruit Loops, but not with milk. I love Fruit Loops.
Of course.
Would you eat this pumpkin pie?
No, I would not.
Yeah, I'm not a really big pumpkin pie fan, but I would eat it.
Eggplant. Eat or pass?
It depends. Are you talking straight eggplant like that? Then it's a no. But if you make like some eggplant parmesan or something, then yes. But straight eggplant, no. Absolutely not, I fear.
What about Rice Krispies treats?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the best things ever.
It is. It's really good. I like it.
Would you eat chili cheese fries?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
Of course I would.
That's what
I don't know what's going on with all the extra stuff you got on here. Like, you can just hold it at the chili cheese. You know that, right? We ain't got to keep throwing stuff on it.
Instant mashed potatoes.
No. I don't care what nobody says. Instant mashed potatoes are literally better than real mashed potatoes.
I'm not a fan of mashed potatoes. I think mashed potatoes.
Dude, instant mashed potatoes are they're good. I do not care, bro. Instant mashed potatoes are literally just as good, if not better, than real mashed potatoes. They're not very good. No joke. Like instant potatoes are good. They're so good. All needs more water. Y'all up here saying ooh? I don't know how you can possibly say ooh. Instant mashed potatoes are good. Hello?
A hot fudge sundae.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, it's not nothing bad.
Fuck yeah, I would.
I hate mashed potatoes. Well, congratulations, Rachel. You're the only person in here that does.
Horseradish. Would
no.
you use it or pass?
Oh, would I use it like on a hot dog? Yeah. Have I used this before? What is that chopped up green stuff that you put on a hot dog? What is that called? Oh, it's okay. Never mind. No, I don't know what horseradish is. I've had relish on a hot dog. I haven't had horseradish. I thought that was the same thing.
Anchovies. Yes or no?
I fear not. I fear not.
How do you feel about goat cheese?
I fear not.
What about cheesy cauliflower?
No.
Anything that's cauliflower related is the devil. Literally, I'm good.
Cauliflower is disgusting.
Cauliflower is actually, no joke, my least favorite food item on the planet. It is the worst.
Are deviled eggs something you
Yes,
would eat?
I do like deviled eggs.
I like that. I do.
actually do.
Yeah, I like deviled eggs.
You have to be sophisticated to like them, though, so I don't expect y'all to like them. But they are good.
Lunchables.
Absolutely.
It
Absolutely, I'd mess with a Lunchable.
Depends on which one.
Chad, what's y'all's favorite Lunchable, bro? I swear
The
the
pizza.
pizza Lunchables are so good.
Mine's the pizza one. That's my
The
favorite.
pizza Lunchables gotta be the best, bro.
Yes.
Rusty with the 5. These are good too, but I don't know what it is, dude. It don't taste nothing like pizza. Never had a Lunchable? I mean, you ain't really missing nothing. But dude, they're good, man. Like, it's a very niche, specific thing that you would want. Every blue moon, you'll be like, dude, I want a Lunchable. The nacho ones? Yeah. I mean, dude, if we're being real, though, yo, that's a health food. 260 calories, 12 grams of protein.
Because that ego is what matters. Because I'm not
Yo, that's low key a health food. Madison with the 5. Now, that 29% of your daily value in sodium is pretty bad. But 260 calories, 12 grams of protein in a Lunchable, that ain't bad.
That's it.
I heard about Rentone Trail.
It's processed and artificial. That's my favorite kind of meat, buddy. What you talking about? Entertainment with the 5.
French onion soup.
I've never had it. I like French onion dip. I've never had French onion soup. But if French onion soup is anything close to related to French onion dip, it's got to be good. So if I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to try it. Because I like French onion dip. Y'all like French onion dip? Bro, French onion dip is so good. McLovin with the 5.
Would you eat a Nutella sandwich?
No.
Unironically, no. Like literally no. Now, if that was a peanut butter sandwich, yeah, I don't want no Nutella, bro. I don't.
Why would you tell us?
I don't, bro. I don't know what it is. Like, both of my best friends love sweets. I often tell them, I was like, dude, if I was like y'all to the level of sweets that y'all do, I would be dead by now. They have done some of the most horrendous things I've ever heard in my life that literally makes me want to puke. They've done stuff like pour Oreos in a bowl and then pour milk in and eat like cereal and it's just Oreos. I'm like, dude, that is actually putrid. I would puke even thinking about it. I truly don't understand people that love sweets so much. My best friend Link has told me many times, if it wasn't for health and the chance of dying, he would only eat like donuts and honey buns and cookies all day. I don't understand. If I eat something that's slightly sweet, I feel like I want to die. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I'm glad I'm like that, because if I wasn't like that, I would be dead. Now, if it's a whole bag of chips, oh, yeah. Whole bag of chips getting slammed. But like some cookies or like some Oreos, it's like, yeah, they're good. But I eat a few of them, I'm like, all right, I feel like I'm actually about to go into cardiac arrest. I don't understand the whole sweet thing, bro. Now, if you do, you do. But I don't get it, man. If I like sweets, I wouldn't be here right now. No joke, I would not be here. I'd be gone.
Is kombucha yummy or just disgusting?
I've never had it, so I can't say. But
I don't know.
I tried not to.
Crab cakes.
Oh my goodness, that's one of the best foods ever. Oh
They're pretty
my
good.
goodness,
They're
man.
pretty good.
Oh my goodness, I cannot describe to you how much I love crab cakes, dog. I cannot describe it. I can't describe it. Entertainment with the 5. I was put on this earth just to eat crabs, dude. Every crab product is so good. Crab meat, crab legs, and my favorite, stuffed crab, dude.
Eating or passing?
Hey, yo, if you're a crab anywhere near me, you're safe. I'm not gonna lie. I just buy your cousin that died and got fished out a week ago.
Garlic cheese bread. Are you eating it?
Garlic bread.
Yes.
I love garlic.
Are you serious?
I love garlic bread.
Coconut crab killer with the 5.
Shit.
How do you feel about chocolate lava
See,
cake?
that right there, it's just not doing it for me, man. That's just
Fuck
like,
yeah. Crunch that
no,
shit.
unironically, no.
Wasabi covered peas.
Ugh.
That actually sounds like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. No. Coconut with a 5.
Whatever he does.
Pop-Tarts. Eat or pass?
They're very mid. I haven't had a Pop-Tart in like 10 years, but I quit eating them specifically because like a quarter of it actually has filling in it. And the rest of it is just like crust and it's nasty. But yeah, I'd eat one.
A maple bacon donut.
I think I'm good, man. I don't know what's going on here. Entertainment factor
Canned
with the 5.
peaches.
Actually, yes, I like canned peaches.
Bro, maybe.
Would you eat unsweetened plain yogurt?
I absolutely would not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, probably would.
Ritz crackers with cheese.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
like Ritz
yes.
crackers. I like cheese. I do like Ritz crackers.
Ritz crackers are so good, you could just eat them with nothing.
True.
A boiled hot dog. Yeah.
Grilled hot dog is a million times better
No,
than boiled hot
the
dogs.
smoked hot dogs are the best.
Hot
Like
dogs are just good in general.
the
bro.
crispy hot dogs are the
Nah.
best.
Mushroom soup.
Oh, man.
Nah, not really. Not 5 in that. Not 5 in that.
Oh, I love mushrooms, dude.
8, 5 in that.
Yes!
Nah, not really.
Would you ever try eating caviar?
Would I ever try it? I really don't know that I could, man. I don't know. That's no. I don't think so. I don't really think so, no. Because it's like, even if I had a spoonful of caviar and I was like, yo, this is the most tasty thing ever, just the visual of it alone would make me never eat it again.
I never had caviar. It's basically just fish.
Would you pass on the pickled beets?
I absolutely would pass on the pickled beets.
Fuck no, I'm not eating that shit.
I would pass away before I ate the pickled beets.
What are your feelings about lima beans?
I feel that they're disgusting and I'll pass.
Mission control. No, you would not eat that.
Hello. Are you tired of your morning routine? Escape the 24/7 freshness with Old Spice Fiji and smell it.
Microwave popcorn.
Fuck
yes.
yeah. Oh, I miss seeing that.
Beautiful.
I used to have microwave popcorn every night.
Dijon mustard.
No.
Would you use it on anything?
Yeah, I would.
I'm not.
Yeah, I've used Dijon mustard before.
Not really.
Candy corn.
It's
No.
overhated to a disgusting
Candy corn
degree, but
sucks.
I like candy corn. Candy corn's good. I really do think so.
Shit.
No, by the way, no.
What is that?
Booty burglar with the 10. Thank you.
Are these a huge pass for you?
They are absolutely. They absolutely are. Yo, Ash with the 5.
Would you eat this bologna sandwich?
No.
It could be a better bologna sandwich. It looked like you put no love into this
Why would you
bologna
eat
sandwich, but
bologna,
yes,
dude?
bologna is
It's the
insane.
80s.
I love bologna, bro.
How are pickles for you?
I
Eat
prefer
it?
pickle juice, but I do
I
like
hate
pickles.
pickles.
Yeah.
Eat or passing?
I hate pickles, dude. I do not.
I have
like
been,
pickles.
y'all know I love pickle juice. You check, y'all know the plastic jugs of just pickle
Oh,
juice that I drink
pickles,
on
man.
stream
I don't
sometimes.
like the taste of pickles.
That'd be
I don't like the
grossing
smell
people
of
out. I don't know how that
pickles.
grosses y'all
I
out. Matter of fact, I need some more jugs of that. I can't remember what's the brand called that we get, Mom. I don't know, but there's jugs of just pickle juice that I get and just drink it like it's like Kool-Aid or something.
Would you eat quinoa?
I've
I
never
don't know
ate
what that is.
donuts.
What
I
is that,
really-
chat? What is this?
I guess it's like rice.
What
I
is this
guess.
right here? What is it, like ground up rice? Then yeah, I would.
Oh, I'll give it a try, I guess.
A fruitcake.
No. It's that fruitcake's disgusting.
There's a lot going on right there.
Prunes.
I love prunes.
Eat or pass?
Prunes are so good. I used to eat prunes all the
Why
time.
don't you eat that nasty
Bro, prunes
shit?
are so good. Get out of here. I don't care what nobody says. Prunes are good.
Chocolate covered crickets. Are you brave enough to try?
No, I'm not.
Why would I eat?
Would you eat these shrimp chips?
I've had them. It's too much ocean activity, bro. Somebody sent me some on stream one time, and I tried to eat some. Y'all are saying yes. I don't know that y'all have ever had them.
They're probably some of the UK probably well over there.
They look good. Oh, they absolutely do look good. But when I opened the bag, it literally, I literally thought that I just woke up like on a beach.
Pass.
Probably pass, I guess.
It was just nothing but ocean activity in here when I opened that bag up.
So did you eat or pass?
Those were very interesting choices. Those were some very interesting choices, man. That's why I would say the least. I'll look at somebody react. What the fuck? Son flees after shooting dad with a shotgun. What?
It's terrible.
32 is missing from the closet with shots fired.
Why'd you shoot your dad
Accidentally
with a
pulled my car.
fucking shotgun, bro? That's crazy.
601 garage door just opened. You have started in the garage.
Hey, please stop! Stop! Stop!
Edward Boy 20606. 20606.
Stop!
He's gone. Run, boy. Run.
I'm not setting goals.
This line with movie takes from someone who barely qualifies as a bad critic. I'm gonna snap. You have no idea about the technical process of
Shit, that's loud.
filmmaking. Your favorite movies is the Reddit top 10. Both movies are fine. Shut up now. You asked.
Say, not a singular time has you argued a counterpoint. Not one time have you found something that I said and counter argued it or disproved it. You're just saying you're wrong because I said so. I mean, okay.
Nicky was possessed by his dead cat's soul.
Police department.
That's who loved him more than anyone in the entire world.
Is this my state?
Obviously, news and movies aren't
Wait,
going
is
to
this
be
my
phenomenal
state?
like the first
Okay.
Paranormal or Conjurings. A warm
I'm not
genre
far from
now.
playing though. This is
Obsession
my
is just a new
Texas.
concept with good cast
We're saying
selection.
it's,
Good watch with other people.
Make yourself known. Plano Police.
I need to see. I need to see the license
If I
plate.
can get one more to the house
It's
over
a
here.
Texas license plate. I can't really tell which. Trying to see if
Yeah,
that's
we're
like a.
going eastbound on Route 34. We got a Kimberly here with
I can't tell if that's in Texas or not because there's a plane on Texas. It's not like 40 minutes where I live.
Police department.
Please, sir, come here, make yourself known.
Plano Police.
I'm gonna push this way here. Open bathroom door. Nothing. Open that real quick. Yep.
That's the last one. Okay.
60 miles an hour. Free flow traffic.
Driver, stop. Not to anybody else in the car.
You're doing good. Just keep breathing and keep calling.
Please, make yourself known.
I'm not getting ready for it. I mean,
Hey, got one down right here. One down.
Donald's wrong.
So what do you rate it and what's an example of a 10 out of 10?
I'm trying. I can't tell if this is actually in Texas or not.
6.4.
Permanent brain dead tapes. Are you suffering from a brain-eating amoeba?
Yeah, that's a Texas plate. I can tell that's a Texas plate.
Did the abrupt music ending piss you off too?
Jesus. Yeah, I can tell by looking at it. That's a Texas plate. It's all the white, and I say, yeah, it's a Texas
The
plate.
plot development is
Don't
great
stop
either.
for where I
Like it. My
Oh,
go-to
it's like
excuse
40
is like
minutes
this.
from
It must be shit.
down south. Like, I'm in the DFW area. But
Counterpoint is your takes are fucking awesome.
There it comes.
gunshot.
Yep.
Kencom 721, we got a male down, gunshot.
You're wrong because I said so.
Nothing. You got a tourniquet? I got one on me. 6-1 male with probably gunshot wound starting CPR.
Proceeds to watch cops slop after giving the worst take imaginable. Because you haven't made any. You make blank statements and nitpick tiny things to help fit your narrative.
Oh my god, I stopped reading. Yo.
Bro says we are
The
criticizing
reason
him
why
without
it's
a
hard to have horror movies do good on
You are not
any
impressed
score.
by
Look at any website that scores movies. Okay, look at horror movies. They do terrible reviews, garbage, because they are unfortunately stuck in a place where, in order to perform, they must innovate. They can't just do the good old tricks, whatever, right? They just can't. You must innovate for your movie to perform. You have to. You have to. In that genre specifically, right? And when your movie does not innovate in any way, and the only thing that it does is only regress, then why would you make more for it? It's not good. It didn't impress me in ways that. Here's a Parasite. The plot development does not follow a linear, like, classical form. It doesn't, right? It builds tension and it does innovate 100%. In many ways, is it innovative? And you understand that's because, oh yeah, it's Korean, it's a cultural thing. Yeah, I agree. Some other regions, why I like movies from other regions, they do things differently, and that little difference mixed in as a hybrid is refreshing. It's cool, and for that genre, it's why it did so well. It's why it did so good. It ends up being, it's a horror. It's a thriller. It's such a good thriller that makes it a good horror. When your movie is straight up horror, it's usually shit. That's why they're all already like trash. Now go watch The Ring or fucking whatever. Actually, The Ring's pretty good.
Okay, let's get a shirt off.
You don't want the next?
Yeah, it's right here. And I think he's shot the face. Here, behind the shoulder trap right there. Coming out the armpit. They got nothing, dude. They got nothing.
Well, that's looking terrible. Well, if this car did that, and I know that, and they just took his ass, what?
We're going to be southbound Washington, 34.
If the movie doesn't innovate, it's not good. It's not what I said. You see what I said? You see what I said? I said in the genre of horror, in order to perform, you have to innovate. Because your technique is scare the person. If they've already seen it before, it's predictable. They see it happen before it does, therefore it doesn't achieve what it's trying to do.
Hey, upstairs, second floor. Yep, upstairs, second floor in the loft. Tourniquet on the left arm looks like he got shot in the face. He's got one all on his shoulder, he's got one up in the trap up here, and he's got one on the face, and one in the neck right here. Let's look and see if that basement cross streets or something. Hey, that Bronco that pulled out, that's still my vehicle, because his keys are all lined up right there.
About 50 miles per hour.
Behind county.
I'm doing very like this is correct. It's correct. It's crazy. I never said before. So they made this video 11 minutes on purpose.
If the absentee ballot
That's it?
Oh shit, he gets out. Oh man, he's got a. Holy shit! Oh my god, he's fucking hilarious! Oh my god. Dude, this guy's fire.
Dude, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my god.
Well, I guess the answer to this comes down to just poor policing, low key. They knew the premise and what they were getting into. They're super close to the car. I mean, what? They were prepared for something that was easily predictable. I mean,
Jesus Christ, this guy's got a fucking knife. Oh my god. Dude, that's crazy.
571, 611, I need to
Did you actually shoot it?
I don't blame them. They just play bad.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, sorry about that. That's crazy.
Got one detained. Car is clear.
Oh, they actually got him?
Take this off. Watch his head. First, I'm gonna let you take over since you're med certified. One right there. Yeah, he pointed that shotgun at me. I thought I was gone, dude.
Unless they didn't communicate, like what happened with the victim. This guy is fleeing, armed and dangerous, right? Already a casualty. They're super close in range, right? And they're not prepared to shoot when the guy opens the fucking door. You shouldn't have to draw their gun and do all this shit. The guy was slow at drawing and shooting. That guy should have been fucking executed the second he pulled out with the gun out. Like with what they knew ahead of time and what was communicated, they should have been executed. The first pixel as he came out with the car with the gun out. I mean, really. I mean, who are we kidding here?
Yeah, man. All right. Thank you. You good? I had like 3 or 4 rounds shot off. I thought I was dead. Yeah. 80. The
The 911 caller who initially reported the incident was actually the next door neighbor. She immediately called after hearing a man yell and then a loud bang. When officers arrived, they found the victim unresponsive, and he was eventually pronounced deceased. After the suspect was shot by officers, he was provided life-saving measures, but was later pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect was later identified as the victim's own son, 36-year-old Nicholas Novak. The investigation revealed a history of conflict between Nicholas and his 70-year-old father, including mental health issues, a drinking problem, and a criminal history. Just a week before the incident in the body cam footage, Nicholas called his father, saying, quote, "I hate you, Dad. I wish he was dead," and like that. Nicholas was found to be in possession of a rifle and 2 revolvers, all of which belonged to his father. All 3 of those firearms were recovered and eventually released to Nicholas's uncle, the brother of the victim.
Jesus.
In the body cam footage, Nicholas called his father, saying, quote, "I hate you, Dad. I wish he was dead," and like that. Nicholas was found to be in possession of a rifle and 2 revolvers, all of which belonged to his father. All 3 of those firearms were recovered and eventually released to Nicholas's uncle, the brother of the victim.
Bro, that's fucking insane, dude. I can't believe he shot his own dad. Then he got out of the car and started firing and shooting officers. That's fucking insane, dude. Well, he went to jail. Probably went to jail for a very long time. Dude, that's... Bro, that's crazy. All right, now let's go look at X. I didn't look at X because we're in a hurry to look at all the midterm primary stuff. So it's on with 10 all-ounce fed endless spears, 64 million outside X expeditors. Organized people be organized by tonight. The work is only began. Michigan will never be considered swings ever again. Sure, God, we'll see, pal. We'll see, pal. Your guy's gonna lose in the general. So. Hodge admonished the Poland artificial hype set forward by the far left and score for Abdul Sayed. For those keeping score, El Sayed in his sports for weeks accused series of astroturfing a campaign of manufactured hype, and it ended up being a mass projection. Okay, the smart people like Paul said that it's AES is still fair to win. Just to be clear, but this is such a wild point mess, one of the biggest I've ever seen cover primary election nights. I gotta look at this now, I don't really care. Casey Trump got banned on Twitch. Why? She's such a loser. She literally was driving drunk on street. She's such an ugly fuck. Oh my gosh, she's such a loser, dude. I don't know what's going on with that fucking platform, man. You know, I'm starting to like throw on Twitch, honestly. I'm very thankful for that. You know, the people are starting to watch me on Twitch, but I don't know where this platform's going. This platform 10, they slippery slope, man. It's definitely is.
It's a weird job. What's this have to do with weird job?
I don't care about some of this. Yeet's retarded. I don't even want to really look at Yeet.
Just be able to be someone who
Even the elections, FN can't seem to help himself. What's this shit? Sent you a. Oh my god. This one is such a loser, dude. Jesus. Black people just fucking laugh this. Oh man, that's funny. I don't even care about that. He's doing more polling to show better. Mark Bell, congratulations on the high win the Vegas primary.
I actually got a little emotional at the end there with that message. That I'm coming down. I had a feeling this was like an emotional video, but that message at the end was
Okay, it's just basically what it was. So yeah, like nothing's really it's just changed on that, to be honest. So. 2015 is a great year of Batman. FNAF 43, Bloodborne, Force Awakens, Siege, The Witcher, Mad Max, Blood Ghost 3. I played also Field 3. I played both. I used to play a lot of FNAF back in the day, but also Blush is a massive disappointment. I never played Bloodborne. I need to try Bloodborne. Honestly, I played Siege later, years later on. I never played Rocket League, but it's 2015. Bro, 2015 was such a good year, dude. It really was. 2015 was really a good year. Definitely, but I was in fourth grade, dude. So that was a good year. I just trying to comment. I'll look at these tomorrow, okay? I'll look at them now. It's just the same stupid. It's not like couple to look at. I'll just look at it tomorrow. Something I'll wait record. Nothing. Just I know this is stupid. Who cares?
We are having a march and a rally to demand dignity and respect and an end to the cycle of layoffs.
I for a second thought that was Mike from PA. It's not really on X, to be honest, man. It's just kind of shit. This platform, this app is retarded.
The golden age could be upon us.
This app is so bad. They're not gonna lie.
The Junipers and these weird with like 7 piercings crying about getting.
Yeah, this app sucks. Not gonna lie.
This is like what? This is like
Dude, that was funny as fuck. That one Santiago got absolutely clobbered, dude. The only one he got was basically the fake dog. That's the only one that's the only one that Son really gave a shit about was the fake dog there. I don't think he gave a fuck about the other ones that he was yours.
And so these are the people, we make great games. We make games that define generation.
It's funny.
The people that worked at the company before you did. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, there's something I'll look on X, to be honest with you, so I'm not going to waste my time. X is a shitty platform anyway, so I'll go look at like TikTok. Yes. I guess I'm just going to look at like TikTok. I guess I'll go off in 10 minutes. Honestly, more like a lot later down to Williams since we had the tank issues. Might have to take issues only going off for 20 minutes ago. But I'm gonna make up for some of the hours I lost with that fiasco that I had to deal with.
You know what this reminds me of? Whenever you lose your pushing video editing on the job, George Floyd getting choked out to death.
Oh, look at that.
You better watch out.
It's funny how cheap Christmas shit is in, I guess, man. I don't know. What about the Christmas content?
You better watch out.
I am not getting off until this game is complete.
Yeah, no, we're going.
Oh, this is old. This is from like,
Welcome in, Mr. Burks.
this is from
Welcome
like
in.
2 weeks ago.
Hello, Coco. What's good, man? Nick Burke. Hello, how you doing? I'm doing good. My game's at 10%.
Yeah, we stream Halo.
This is Nick Burks. Remember when I texted you 4 days ago, I said, make sure to download the game. And then I texted you 3 days ago, I said, make sure to download the game. And then I joined your Discord while you were streaming yesterday. And I said, make sure you download the game. And you said, B-Dot, I've got it. And then comes today. And we're sitting at 10%.
That's crazy.
And we're sitting at 10%. All right? What's all that about?
You said make sure you buy the game because you got to buy it before we get to the point so we can play it early. You said buy it. I bought it.
It was so cool.
When I bought it, I couldn't download it. I had to wait till I think. Right? Are you guys already downloaded?
Yeah, we're waiting, buddy. We're waiting.
I don't think so. Are you check it again, bro?
Oh, no. Oh, guys, I told him to buy it. I forgot to remind him to download it. Oh, sorry, 35-year-old man with a personal chef. My bad. We're sorry.
It was sorry. 3 days ago, it didn't let me download till right now, bro. It just went live.
I mean, more than it's 2 personal shops. 2.
Two.
But that's not the point. It's usually 1.
Yes.
And you're considering hiring one. You can't do this anymore.
Listen, the only reason I may ever do that is because I eat like literal raccoons rummaging through a garbage, and I will die in 5 years if I keep eating like I do. That's the only reason that I would ever maybe consider doing that. Just because I don't want to die.
Why is everybody so mad? Let's address the elephant in the room, right?
Punch isn't even here today. I am not going to.
I had a lot of days where I was having great days with the work, and I was like, oh my god, I absolutely hate life. 10 minutes like that. Oh, yeah, I used to play this game all the time when I was a little kid. Like, not a little kid, but middle school I would play.
Hey, Granny, come give me this. What's up now, partner?
It's a great game.
I'm just having fun. Don't compare me to none. They ain't coming how I'm coming. Really wanna run. I go stupid dumb. Really playing with these hoes, so I'm just.
Right now,
What's up now, partner?
Oh, she's got 2.1 million followers. Jesus Christ. Is she single? Is she single, by the way? If she ain't single, we could, talk. I don't really like talking to her, dude. She's probably got a fucking boyfriend.
Right now, I know that I wanted to use that intro, and I don't feel like posting Fall Guys again right now. Right now, I know that. One rocket. Make it count. My life depends on this. Do I get
I've heard
Damascus?
Jed was grinding for Damascus like camo for like days and weeks.
If y'all grew up in the 2010s, y'all know what's about to happen.
Baby, please don't. Oh yeah, right, that's song. Oh yeah, I remember that song. I was a little kid in the 2010s. I was in elementary school, in middle school in the 2010s. Oh, I remember this song. Yeah. I think I actually kind of remember that one. Oh yeah, I remember this song.
$12 per square foot.
Oh, this clip's fucking hilarious.
What's
12 o'clock, he doesn't know what square foot is. Dude, this is so funny. Oh, I love this.
That's
clip
how
so
big
much.
a square foot is, sir. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. We asked you the size of a square foot. Are you wanting to know the length and the width of a square foot, sir? I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Are you asking of the size, dimensions of a square foot? Is that the question that we're asking? Because I just want to make sure we're all on the same page before we answer. That way the answer can be as accurate as the question.
It's like the smart.
Must have at the edge of my seat for this one. There we go.
That would be. Now brace yourself. That would be. Make sure you're sitting down for this one. All right. Make sure you're sitting down for this. That would be. Don't hold your breath. That would be 1 foot by 1 foot. That's the dimensions of a square foot, if you must know.
A foot of what?
Holy fucking
shit. Like a box?
The Queen's foot.
Wait, so it's a box?
No, that's a cubic foot.
Why the fuck is it called a square foot if it's not a square?
It's a square foot!
Well, it's not. You just described a 90-degree angle. How is that a square?
I'm going to rip your balls off. I'm going to rip your balls off and tie them like mistletoes on Christmas. Hang it over us and I'll make out with you violently.
You said a foot by a foot.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Foot to the left is half a square. You need 2 90-degree angles for a square.
That would be 4 90-degree angles. That's not even correct either.
Right?
Oh my
That's
God.
not even correct
This
either.
is fucking.
90-degree angle, and then another 90-degree angle is a square. You said a foot up and a foot left. That's an L.
Dude, I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. 2 90-degree angles doesn't equal a square.
If you put 2 90-degree angles together, a square will show up.
What about a rectangle?
You're talking to us about
Well, hold on now.
Now, Billy, it's
Bro, that was
$8
fucking
per
hilarious. It's a simply nice time where you show up to get fun for Christmas. Songs from Home Alone, somewhere from your memory. Halo stores, I remember Halo stores. Radio Shack, I remember Radio Shacks at McDonald's, Taco Bell. I used to love those at food courts, the malls. Sears or Sears. Yeah, that's a fucking throwback.
Real question: which shotgun should I bring? Should I bring the one
that goes in my mouth?
one of which is dead. So we let's take a look at it.
Kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, yeah! You're about to buzz. You're naughty. Yeah, you're naughty. Flick my meat, Grandma. Flick my meat, please. Grandma! Grandma! Flick my meat! Oh, God! chromosomes change you. I didn't come here for half pussy. I came here for it all. I came here for it all. All right, Chief, you got all your chromosomes. You win this time. Liar! Liar! What have you done?
Oh my god.
My name is Mahatma Basharam.
Oh, this one's hilarious.
that came to America.
It's basically their role playing, penis role playing.
And I have something to say about the Saudis. How can we be the issue in the region between the Iranians and Pakistanis if we came to mutual agreement? You became the aggressor in this situation. And all the AI mumbo jumbo you just rattled off out of your mouth. I will promise you one thing. You come across the Strait of Hormuz, I will skull fuck you all the way back to your fucking country and turn your shit into a parking lot. You motherfucker.
It's probably toxic death right there. It's probably with the toxic part.
As Basham said, this is absolutely true. Saudi Arabia was the one who aggressed against Iran, and we stand behind our allies. We never abandon our allies. You can come back again, see Iran is as strong as it was earlier.
My name is Mahatma Basharam, and this is
that's the guy that came to America.
leaders of the South Asian Coalition. And I have something to say.
Not a single fucking piece of garbage anywhere.
Actually, I just look at this right I'm off. I'm tired. I've been in bed. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. It was a good stream. It was a good stream. I'm gonna hop off for tonight. I'm gonna hop off for tonight. It was a good stream. Sorry, I had tech issues earlier. I'm glad I got it situated. We were able to cover, the primaries. Tomorrow, we'll just. I don't know what game I'm gonna play tomorrow. I'll figure that one out. Then we'll like tomorrow we'll look at articles. Obviously, just kind of just recap what happened. Just a little bit ago. We didn't look at any of the articles today because we got caught up with the primary. So we'll look at all that. We go more in depth than we normally do most of the time. So yeah, that's the plan. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, see you later.